And the final Friday of October ushers in the final week of the regular season. And tonight from Lamar Field at Oxford High School, we've got a non-region matchup with kind of a playoff feel as the homestanding Yellow Jackets get set to play host to the Central-Phenix City Red Devils. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mickey Shadricks, joined tonight by Coach Rick Rhodes. And, Coach, when it comes to non-region games in Week 10, it doesn't get much better than the defending champs in 6A and one of the top programs in all of 7A.
Oh, you're right, Mickey, and it doesn't get much different than this either. Usually you try to find a breather, but you try to get a warm-up before the playoffs. That's not the case here. These are two tradition-rich programs that will get after each other.
Two teams that are headed to the playoffs after this game tonight. And speaking of the playoffs, when we come back, we'll look at 6A, 7A brackets as we continue here on WOTM.
Home making you sick? Moisture and unsafe air from your crawl space can infiltrate your home, causing health hazards and high utility bills. Ox Foundation Solutions can remedy any mold or mildew problem in your home. It's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. Tune in to WOTM every Friday night at 7 for the AHSAA Game of the Week during the state playoffs. WOTM available to every cable TV provider in the state. If WOTM is not currently a part of your provider's lineup, call and request that they add WOTM. Friday, November 6th, the third-ranked Hewitt-Trussville Huskies travel to Madison to take on the 10th-ranked James Clemens Jets live on WOTM. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the football Super 7, basketball, baseball, and softball championships.
Hi, I'm Kevin Riggin, General Manager here at the new Team One Chevrolet in Gadsden, where it's a new day. At Team One Chevrolet, we do whatever it takes to make your buying experience the best. As a matter of fact, you don't have to buy our vehicles at all. If you have an extra vehicle, we'll buy your car or truck today. That's right, we will buy your vehicle to help build our pre-owned inventory. Come by and see us at Team One Chevrolet on Megan Boulevard in Gadsden, home of the best people, the best service, period.
Since 1848, First Bank of Alabama has been dedicated to our customers and excellence in all areas. With constant improvements to our facilities, to adding new products and services to better serve you, our team is fully engaged in all the communities we serve. First Bank of Alabama knows that time is money, so we offer hometown services with advanced technology that allows you to bank on your own schedule. We want to be your community bank, so stop by. Come see us at First Bank of Alabama, where you're always first.
And the WOTM Game of the Week this week, a lot of marquee value. Oxford versus Central-Phenix City should be a good one tonight from Lamar Field. And as we mentioned in the opening segment, both of these teams playoff bound in their respective classifications. Coach, let's take a look at 6A first. That is where the Oxford Yellow Jackets obviously step in as the defending 6A state champs.
Right. Well, of course, you do have the defending state champions, but I tell you, if you look at the brackets, they're loaded with football tradition in this state. A couple things you follow. Big win over Phenix City early in the year. My Pelham Panthers back after a couple years out. I mean, it is loaded. And Oxford, of course, as the defending champions, it's tough to knock off the king.
And again, a packed bracket in Class 6A. Some 7A teams moving down will make it very interesting this season. Meanwhile, in Class 7A, that is where Central-Phenix City will compete. And obviously, Coach, highest classification in the state. This is big boy football.
Well, it really is. And, of course, you have a lot of heavyweights there. The Birmingham area, you know, you've got Hoover, you've got Thompson, you've got Hewitt-Trussville. I'm sure I'm leaving somebody out. But, you know, the thing about the playoffs, somebody always sneaks in there, you know, that you may not expect. So it's going to be a great time of the year. The playoffs in Alabama, there's nothing like them.
And our brackets brought to you tonight by First Alabama Bank. When we come back, it'll be the kickoff. Oxford and Central-Phenix City coming up on the WOTM Game of the Week.
I was finally ready to buy my first home after renting for the last several years. As I started my search, I got overwhelmed by how many websites and confusing listings there are. That's when I found the experts at ERA King. To me, ERA means expertise, reliability, and activity. I depended on them to find a home in my budget, and they didn't stop working until the keys were in my hands. ERA King. To us, it means always doing the right thing for every client. What will ERA mean to you? Find out at eraking.com.
While you're at home with family for the next few weeks, don't put off scheduling home repairs. Call Ox Foundation for a free estimate. With more time at home, you tend to notice things you haven't in the past. Mold and moisture in your basement or crawl space, uneven driveways, stair-step cracks in your exterior brick, uneven floors and doors. If your home is showing weakness, it's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Stay strong, Alabama.
And there you see the Red Devils of Central-Phenix City taking the field at Lamar Field tonight on a chilly Friday evening in Oxford. A touch of, I don't know, Coach, fall, winter maybe. I do know temperatures in the low 50s, clear sky as we get ready for kickoff. As a coach, you call this football weather, I know.
Well, I don't know. I counted 17 blankets in the visitor stands now. We ain't started yet. A lot of guys hopping around. But as always, there'll be one coach in a T-shirt. So
and shorts.
Yeah, it is definitely football weather, and it should be a lot of fun. Two really good football teams.
Now, were you one of those coaches that were you willing to put on a jacket and a toboggan, or did you feel like you had to show, hey, I'm tough, I can wear shorts?
I had no desire in showing anybody that I was tough. I mean, it was pretty obvious I wasn't. Believe me, one layer for every degree that it got below 60 degrees. So I got bundled up pretty good.
I tell you, and it doesn't get any better as you get older either. But it is a great night for football in Oxford. Great atmosphere. We talked in our open about the unique element to this matchup, a non-region game. Both of these high school football programs proved this year they weren't scared to schedule tough competition in their region weeks. And we'll talk about that as the evening progresses. But a great matchup here on the final week of the regular season, and the opening kickoff taken by Central-Phenix City and Damian Tharp with a return across the 20, and the Red Devils will take it first on offense here tonight at Lamar Field.
Now you're going to see an offense here for Central that's, I mean, both these teams want to be very, very well balanced, but if you look at the running numbers for Central-Phenix City as we see the penalty on the opening kickoff, 8.2 yards per carry and 26 rushing touchdowns. So the offense is going to be geared to the running game. Try to establish that, sets up the play action pass as we get a look at Caleb Nix, the junior quarterback.
Pretty much a two-quarterback system for head coach Patrick Nix. That is his son, as Coach just mentioned, junior Caleb Nix, but also we'll see senior Trey Miles, who is a pretty dynamic backup quarterback. He'll be scripted into this game as well. We had the penalty on the kickoff, and now we have a penalty before even the first offensive snap. Is Ron Burgess, the referee tonight, giving the call here. So, Coach, we haven't even snapped it yet. We've already got two flags.
We got one play and two flags. That's not the recipe that either coach is looking for, I can tell you.
Not a good omen. Hopefully, we will buck that trend here pretty quick. So, 1st and 15 now for the Red Devils. And they hand it off, and a nice run here by the tailback. That is number 23, Joseph Mackey. He is 6 foot, 215-pound senior as he picks up the penalty yardage plus some.
Well, and he comes into this game averaging a cool 9.15 yards per carry, and you can see why. Big, strong, powerful back, over 1,000 yards for the year. He's a good one.
And they give it to McKay on 2nd down, and nice surge, and he's very close to the first down. You know, they had him stopped about 5 yards short of the needed yardage, but that pile just kept moving, and there were a lot of black jerseys there. So credit McKay just keeping those legs churning.
Well, you know, in football vernacular, that is called rolling the pile, and he did it pretty well. And I tell you, he had a little bit of help now. I mean, here's the weight for the Phenix City Central front line. 6'6", 400, 6'1", 300, 6'2", 275, 6'2", 265, 6 foot, 300. So they've got some heavy-duty guys up front to help carry the load.
That is one of the biggest offensive lines you'll see in high school football. So it was a first down. So 3 straight running plays for Coach Patrick Nix's offensive unit here to begin this game as McKay carries this one for about 3 yards. He will now check out of the game for a brief breather. And into the game now, his backup at running back, Zion Morris, who not quite as big, but he is a big play threat. Morris goes 6'1", 180. Returned an opening kickoff for a touchdown earlier this season on a Saturday game against Carver Montgomery at Crampton Bowl. So 2nd down and 7. They give it to Morris, and he is popped right at midfield. Nice defensive play there by the Jackets as number 32, Kevin Tate, delivered the hit for a very short gain on that play.
Now, what Central has done early in this game is they've gotten a lot of spread formations and have gotten that box reduced to, at sometimes, only 5 men in the box. But that weak side linebacker, that backside safety has started creeping into that box a little bit more to get those numbers back in line. You see the Oxford linebacker shifting out right now.
And Nix to put it in the air for the first time tonight. He was trying to connect with Zion Morris. Not a bad idea because Morris has big play potential, but that pass was a little wide of the intended receiver. So it'll be 4th and 7, and this is in that area, Coach, where, you know, non-region game. Do you go for it here?
No, I would not be a bit surprised if they do. You know, this ball really comes off a little bit funny. You know, as Nick sets up, you can see that his bottom side is pointing a little bit more over the field, and he throws the ball back to his right, maybe not quite in sync. This could be a quarterback pooch kick, and it is.
And interestingly, we see that from his brother, Bo Nix at Auburn. So this will roll inside the 20, and it'll be down at the 18-yard line. So after picking up 1 first down on 3 consecutive running plays by starting tailback Joseph McKay, the Red Devils' first drive of the game stalls around midfield, and the Oxford Yellow Jackets now will take over 1st and 10. And there you see their senior quarterback, Trey Higgins. And, you know, Coach, Oxford has a lot of weapons, no question about it. But as goes Higgins, so goes this offense.
Well, he is the straw that stirs the drink. I believe that's Rock Taylor right there. That's the big receiver that's committed to Tennessee, and we'll talk about him right now.
And he gets it on a screen pass, and Rock rumbles up to about the 28-yard line before he was tackled by a combination of Nathan Carpenter along with Drew Anthony of Central-Phenix City.
Well, Taylor is 6'4", 215, has soft hands, great speed. Outside of that, not much going for him. And is really one of the premier receivers in the South, if not in the entire country, and you saw what he could do on that play right there.
Has been a long-time commit to Jeremy Pruitt and the Tennessee Volunteers, but I tell you, his recruitment has really gained momentum as this season has progressed. And Rock Taylor is on everybody's radar at this point. A dynamic player at wide receiver, could play just about any position on the field.
Well, one thing about college coaches is they are notorious for not accepting no as an answer. So they will keep at him, that's for sure, as you see the first down.
And you know, this is, again, this game taking place in the final week of the regular season. You got to tip your hat to these schools being willing to play this game. They both are headed to the playoffs. They both have their sights set on a possible state championship. In Oxford's case, it would be a 2nd consecutive state championship. So this is obviously a game where you don't want to get anybody injured, but it is a tough test as you get ready to head into the postseason. And Trey Higgins had that ball knocked loose, got up a little slow that time after a short game.
Yeah, he took a big hit there by Tamorian Parker, the big 6'4", 210-pound defense. And you can see right there, that's a helmet right on the ribs. And of course, one of the things you worry about as a coach in week 10 is you want to win the game, but you want to come out with everybody healthy.
2nd down and 8. Higgins on the keep. Just a lot of traffic there on that play, and he is pushed backwards that time. Marquavius Baker, the junior defensive lineman, kind of a fire plug at 6'2", 300 pounds, shut that hole off. So it's going to be a 3rd and 7 now as the Jackets will face their first 3rd down of the game. On the season, Oxford at about 50% on 3rd down conversions.
Little bunch set to the top of the screen. Usually that's a combination route coming to it. We'll see.
Higgins looking that way, pressured. Fires downfield, and it is incomplete. It looked like he might have been able to run for it, and he obviously has proven this season he's got good legs, and he's rushed for over 800 yards, right at 800 yards this season, but the pass incomplete, so 4th and 7.
Well, to get an idea how important Higgins is to this offense, he is the leading passer, obviously. The leading rusher averages 7.5 yards per carry. His completion percentage is right at 71%, and he's responsible for approximately 43 touchdowns. So you can see that he is the cog in the wheel for the offense for the Jackets.
And both teams going with the little quarterback quick kick. Well executed by Central-Phenix City.
Very dangerous play right there.
Yes, indeed. And there you see the Red Devil player, D.D. Davis, going off the field. So both teams, coach, picking up 1 first down, then each time their drive stalled, and Central-Phenix City gets it back for their 2nd offensive possession.
And as you saw there, I believe that may have been Tharp that picked it up. Very, very dangerous play. You want to get away from that football right there. You saw the coach on the sideline, with the crossing hands. No good. Don't do that again, son. And hopefully he'll take that to heart.
1st and 10. McKay, nothing doing this time. First man there for the Jackets. There you see number 32 making another play. We called the name of Kevin Tatai a moment ago, and he makes a good play there.
Yeah, that's he came knifing from the inside back to the outside, and really made a nice play to hold that to a 1-yard loss. It's so important when you run the ball like Phenix City does to stay ahead of the chains by down and distance. And this 2nd and 11 is certainly no offense wants to be in that, but especially when you're a run-oriented team.
Delayed give to McKay as he runs into the Yellow Jackets. Shaynod Whitfield that time. So it's going to be a 3rd and long again coming up for the Red Devils.
Yeah, I think maybe Rod Elston may have helped on that play a little bit as well. I had a chance to see Oxford last year in the state championship game. I haven't seen them before tonight this year, but I was impressed then, and I am now, with the quickness of their defense. Obviously, they're giving away some size, but they're extremely quick and seem to get to the ball in a hurry.
They lost pretty much their entire defensive front from their state championship team a year ago, but they have found some replacements as the season has progressed, and here the pass well behind the intended receiver as Nix was looking for Kobe, or I should say number 88, Trevon Woods, the junior tight end, big target, but the pass behind him. So 4th down, and the Red Devils will be forced to punt.
Yeah, he ran a deep turn-in route with Woods, and I really think that Nix thought he was going to sit down earlier than he did. There was a hole between the corner and the safety right there, but Woods drifted into the safety, and I think there was probably a little bit of miscommunication as to exactly where the opening was.
Senior punter Noah Pell into the game to kick. High snap, and good job by Pell to go up and get that one. And not a very long kick, and it hit an Oxford player, but the Jackets fortunate to be able to get on it at the 43-yard line. Heads-up play that time by Tavares Elston. So,
yeah, I think he was covering that ball for his life because he had started to run off the field really a little bit. You watch him, he's running off the field, and there's the ball. It hits him right in the legs, and he had enough wherewithal to turn and get on that football and not only save the ball, but probably save his high school career as well.
That was really a great heads-up play because, he had no idea the punt was so short.
He thought the play was over.
Higgins to throw on 1st down, and nobody home on that one. Rock Taylor was in the neighborhood, as was Camden Etheridge. Errant throw that time, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, tried to throw the slant to Taylor, and the ball sailed on him. Didn't really load up his backside a lot on that throw. Kind of wound up late and threw it as he started his stride, and that ball's going to sail on you when you do that. It's interesting he has on his towel on his 6, bye-bye, which is a very confident statement to have on your towel that's on your backside.
2nd and 10. And Higgins on the keep right up the middle on the Quarterback keep, and he's up across the 45. He's going to set up a 3rd down and a manageable down and distance here for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, that was a quarterback keep off the speed sweep, which is always so important to, or so difficult to defend. You got an idea about just how strong Higgins is right there. He ran right through the tackle of Marquavius Baker, the big nose guard, all 6'2", 300 pounds of him, and he ran right through him.
So Higgins keeps, cuts back, and should have the 1st down as he crosses midfield. Nice effort that time by Higgins as he gets into Central-Phenix City territory for the first time. The official signaling 4th down, so he may be just short.
Yeah, he had to get just past the 49-yard line, and boy, that is close. But that gentleman in the striped shirt there on the left side of the screen probably has the best look, and it looks like it is 4th and 1. And well, let's see if we're going to live a little dangerously.
Jackets lining up to go for it, and they will. Higgins keeps, and he will not get there. They'll actually lose about a yard as a great play made that time by Drew Anthony, the senior linebacker, and what a big play for this Central-Phenix City defense.
Yeah, they run the midline right here, and they're going to read the down lineman to that side, but Anthony is going to do a great job of reacting back to the outside and makes a sure open field tackle right there and denies Oxford the 1st down. Oh, what a great play by that young man. You can see the 2 unblocked white shirts right there. They eliminate number 91, but the linebacker should have been accounted for by someone in the blocking scheme right there. He's unblocked, and he makes Oxford pay.
Oxford was 9 of 20 on 4th down attempts going into that particular try. So they've had a lot of success this season, right at 50%, but Central-Phenix City did a good job there, and a good 1st down carry this time by Zion Morris.
That's a real good combination that the Red Devils have. Morris is a smaller, speedier guy, and of course Joseph McKay, when he's in, he's a hammer. I mean, he's 215 pounds and runs with authority. Looks like this one maybe is backing up as we see the procedure.
Central-Phenix City shooting themselves in the foot that time. Instead of 2nd and 4, penalty will make it 1st and 15. This their obvious best field position of the night after the 4th down stop as we tick under 5 minutes to play in this 1st quarter.
Should mention that you got to look there at Trey Miles, who was in at quarterback.
And here's Morris. Here we see that speed as he gets a little opening and takes advantage. Taken down at the 40-yard line is coming up from the secondary to make the stop for the Jackets was Miguel Mitchell.
Yeah, good execution, really nice blocking by the right side of the Red Devil line. You can see a pretty good hole right there, and I tell you, Morrison knows what to do when he finds one. He was through that hole in a hurry and picks up big yardage.
So 1st down for the Red Devils, their 2nd 1st down of the quarter as they snap it from the Oxford 40. Some early movement and another procedure penalty going to be called against this Central-Phenix City offense.
Yeah, it looked like Nathan Bishop may have moved the 6'2", 275-pound left tackle.
So our referee, Ron Burgess, getting a good bit of airtime here in this 1st quarter.
Well, I'll tell you what, I just cannot believe the size of Brandon Golden, as you've seen there. 6'6", 400 pounds, and carries it pretty well.
So 1st and 15, and here is the keep by Trey Miles, the backup quarterback who we mentioned has good speed and good running ability, and he gets the penalty yardage back on that run.
Just kind of looking right there across from young Mr. Golden, the 6'6", 400 is D.D. Davis, 6'2", 200-pound senior. So Mr. Davis is only giving away 200 pounds on the line of scrimmage. We've got to try to slant and loop just a little bit, maybe.
2nd down, And here is Miles trying to turn the corner. He's unable to do so. And there we see the team speed of Oxford on defense as Jordan Dobbins was able to stay step for step with Miles and kept him from turning the corner in what could have been a nice game.
Well, and of course, Miles can run himself, and as you said, it just shows the speed of the Jacket secondary. They ran that thing down, walked it down, I guess is the term you use.
Red Devils have had some success right up the middle, but not much trying to get around the corner. 3rd down and 9 now at the Oxford 40 in what is potentially 4-down territory. Jackets rush 4, plenty of time though for Miles. Now he moves out of the pocket, throws downfield. He's got his receiver, but it's knocked out of his hands. It was intended for Marquavius Terry, but a great job by the defensive back for the Jackets. I believe that was Delvon Fagans, who stayed with the play, was able to knock the football out of there.
Well, and this is a great job by Fagans. Fagans, he is going to be what's called out of phase behind the play. Now watch him put his hands between the receiver's hands and strip that ball away late. That's just a tremendous job, great poise, doesn't panic on the play. Just watch those hands come out. Watch him separate those hands from the ball right there. What a great job by Fagans.
Terry just could not retrieve the ball cleanly and enabled Fagans to knock it out of there. So 4th and 9, they will go for it. Miles having to step up again. He's got a chance to run for it. And boy, when your quarterback can bring that element to the table, that is tough to defend. Everything's covered. No one's open. And then Miles able to run for the 1st down.
And that's really one of the most discouraging things that can happen to a defensive unit. You really play pretty good defense. You know, when you play against a quarterback like Miles, you've got to make him be a drop-back passer. You've got to close those lanes, keep him contained, and you have to be able to retrace. You really got to be a disciplined rusher. If you can't get there, you got to be ready to back up and close those lanes down. If you don't, that's exactly what can happen to you, and it's very, very difficult to defend.
3rd 1st down of the quarter as the drive continues. Miles keeps it and picks up 9 yards to the 21. And I tell you, this is an element, a spark he brings in the game, coach, when they bring Trey Miles in. Caleb Nix, the starter, but as you see, Miles comes in, a completely different element that the defense has to defend when he's in the game.
Yeah, he really has another gear. Really gets to the edge quickly. I mean, that time Oxford was playing 2 4-eye tackles, which means both of the defensive linemen at the end of the line of scrimmage were inside of the offensive linemen. They sealed them. When Miles took the football, the flat defender was really wide and just a natural hole for him to run through.
Handoff straight up the middle this time to Zion Morris, and he gets a couple. He only needed 1, so it will be a 1st down for the Red Devils. The tackle made that time by the Jackets, Devontae Irvin, and that is an America's first down.
Pretty intense line play, I'll tell you, by both sides right here. They are getting after each other big time.
And you know, Coach Nix has to like what he's seeing here, because not only are they grinding it out and moving the football, they're keeping that explosive Oxford offense on the sideline right now.
Well, and I think that's a real key right there. You know, the ability to run the football is going to set up eventually their passing game. And as you said, it's going to keep that 47-point-a-game offense off the field.
Joseph McKay, a nice gain on 1st down as he picks up 6 yards. But credit that offensive line. You've talked about them several times tonight, Coach. They are kind of winning the war up front against this undersized Oxford defensive front.
Well, and I tell you, that right side of the Phoenix City Central offensive line has a huge size advantage, and they've taken good advantage of it.
Give him 7 yards on the carry, so it'll be 2nd and 3 as they spot it just inside the 12. And nearing the end of the 1st quarter, biggest scoring threat of the game so far right now for Central-Phenix City. Miles, nice executed plays. He gets it to English, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, that's just the old option play done the modern way. Instead of pitching it out there with the basketball toss, just to, flip the forward pass out there, gets you on the edge a little bit sooner. Miles is able to eliminate the pitch key. You watch right here, he comes outside. That's the flat defender, throws it right over him. The corner is sealed to the inside. There's nobody else left, and you can see that English just walks in for the first score of the night.
So the visitors from Central-Phenix City strike first tonight here at Lamar Field. And we've got a timeout. Take a break. Central-Phenix City with the extra point when we come back to Lamar Field in Oxford.
Since 1848, First Bank of Alabama has been dedicated to our customers and excellence in all areas. With constant improvements to our facilities, to adding new products and services to better serve you, our team is fully engaged in all the communities we serve. First Bank of Alabama knows that time is money, so we offer hometown services with advanced technology that allows you to bank on your own schedule. We want to be your community bank, so stop by. Come see us at First Bank of Alabama, where you're always first.
Funny to say that Tony said for a Silicon.
Keep more cash for back to school with 0% APR financing for up to 72 months and up to $13,000 off MSRP on new Ford trucks. Plus, we've got guaranteed credit approval and up to $4,000 over KBB value for your trade when you upgrade to a new Ford.
The right people, a better customer experience, and nobody beats our bottom line price. Nobody.
And welcome back to Lamar Field in Oxford. Kind of an odd timeout situation there right before the extra point. So Noah Pell will come back onto the field and try to tack on the extra point as Central-Phenix City strikes first in this one. The Red Devils coming into this game averaging just over 35 points a game, and has to be a big confidence boost for them coming into Lamar Field to get on the scoreboard first. And Coach, the way they were able to do it by just lining up and pretty much just running the football, and you've got to give backup quarterback Trey Miles a lot of the credit for this drive being successful, because he really just brought that other element in, as that dual threat ability. He could run the football. Oxford had to respect it, had to pay attention to him, and that opened up opportunities for some of the other guys.
Yeah, a good example of that. You know, he ran the read zone and really got big yardage, keeping the football off tackle, came back with a little motion action. The flat defender bid on him. He dumps the ball outside. Really, it's just the modern version of the old option play, and guy walks in the end zone untouched.
So here's Pell's extra point. Nick's on the hold, and we're going to have early movement by the Jackets as Traquan Fagans, you saw at the bottom of the screen, coming across the line of scrimmage.
And I think the color analyst job right now is to say, and now we'll see if he was pulled offside. I believe that's the term we're supposed to use. But the way the umpire is looking, I would say no. And I think Central is going to decline the penalty.
So a clean snap, good kick, and it is right through there. So Central-Phenix City taking the lead here with only 16.5 seconds remaining in the first quarter as they march it down the field. And we'll get another look at the touchdown with Miles connecting with Carmelo English.
Well, that's the flat defender that, you know, that takes the quarterback. Miles just dumps it outside, and there's nobody left out there. And English skates literally into the end zone. You know, I know Central is, by their standards, having a little bit of a down year. They're 6-3 right now. This is, you know, Coach Nix's first year there. But this will be an interesting team come playoff time. They've got a lot of weapons, and I think it's, you know, it takes you a while to put your system in. Of course, both these coaches here tonight are no strangers to state playoffs. I mean, we've got 7 state championships between these two coaches. Coach Nix won 2 at Pinson Valley, and Coach Etheridge won 4 at Leeds, and of course last year at Oxford. So they certainly know how to go about building a football team to peak at the right time.
Well, when you look at both teams coming into this final regular season game, you mentioned the 3 losses for Central. Well, no shame in losing to Hoover. They lost to Hoover week 1 by 10, lost to Eufaula by 2. Then they lose to Auburn by 1, and Oxford's only loss came in the opening game of the season against 7A powerhouse Thompson. So these are 2 premier teams in the state in their respective classifications, and here we see Oxford's schedule. And even though they lose the game to Thompson, you see they put 34 points on the scoreboard, and I actually did that game, and had they not fallen behind 21-zip in the first quarter, that was an even game from the second quarter on. And then the tough game with Pleasant Grove, the 5A powerhouse, and then pretty much no trouble with the rest of the teams on their schedule. You can see 56, 59, 49, 42, 63, 49. I mean, this offense coming in averaging 47 points a game.
Yeah, they bounced out their region schedule, which frankly has not been all that difficult, with a pretty monstrous out-of-region schedule. I mean, they played some heavyweights. You know, I saw Pleasant Grove last week, and of course that's a 5A program, but that 5A program could be good in any classification in the state.
And they jumped out on Oxford 14-zip in that game. And Oxford came back and won. That was a great game.
So we'll see if Oxford can answer right here. And of course, I don't think this thing could have gone much better from a Central-Phenix City standpoint. They're up 7-0, and the first quarter is almost gone. That's about all they could ask for, I think, to start this one out.
And the kickoff presented by First Bank of Alabama. And a good return here. Traquan Fagans. He's up across the 40 and knocked out of bounds at around the 46-yard line. So speaking of answering, that's always a positive when you can get a good return from your kickoff team.
Well, you know, the coverage is not just horrible. This is a nice job of weaving. You can see that he leaves a couple of Red Devil defenders with their feet frozen in the turf just by some nice moves, and gives Oxford great field position.
Yeah, short field to work with here for the Jackets. Possibly the final play of the first quarter. Higgins stepping up in the pocket. Throws downfield, and it's caught in stride by Josh Patton. He's down to the Central-Phenix City 15-yard line. That was a tremendous throw and catch for the Oxford Yellow Jackets, and a great way to end this first quarter.
Well, and this is a bullet now from Fagans. I mean, this is a rocket. A very nice catch by that young man. Pat showed some really nice hands.
Into the first quarter. Jackets trail by 7, but they're threatening when we return to Lamar Field.
In Alabama, school spirit is in the air on Friday nights. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're giving our customers the opportunity to show their school spirit every day with our new Spirit debit card. We've designed a unique card for every Calhoun County school that includes the school's logo. So every time you use the card, you're showing your school spirit. Come in and get your school spirit debit card today. We've got spirit at F&M Bank. Service, solutions, and strength. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
We were looking to sell our starter home and move into our dream home. After looking at all the options, we chose to work with ERA King. ERA means easy, responsive, and attention to detail. ERA King made the entire process of buying and selling a house easy. From helping us decide on a listing price to navigating the final closing, our agent worked with us every step of the way. ERA King. To us, it means always doing the right thing for every client. What will ERA mean to you? Find out at eraking.com.
I got back my smack talk touchdown hole-in-one three-point home run hat trick pavement pounding record-setting goal across the finish line. Because Core didn't give up, I didn't give up, and I certainly didn't give in. I'm gonna get back to doing what I love. I'm gonna get back to winning.
And welcome back to Lamar Field. A chilly night, but clear skies overhead in Oxford as we have just been treated to a great first quarter. Central-Phenix City putting together a nice drive led by backup quarterback Trey Miles as they capture the lead here against Oxford. But the Jackets in one big play, or two big plays I should say, the good kick return by Fagans and then the great throw and catch from Higgins to Josh Patton has the Jackets set up first down at the Central-Phenix City 15-yard line as we are 16-yard line as we get set to resume play here in the second quarter.
You know, I was just looking at the break. The Oxford offensive line, 330, 240, 330, 230, 240. I mean, they're not exactly, you know, eating watercress sandwiches either. So two big, strong offensive lines.
Higgins with the delayed pitch to Rock Taylor. Taylor in some trouble, though, but that athletic ability got him away from one defender. And Taylor will do a great job just to get that thing back to the line of scrimmage plus a yard, as he had the potential to lose a good bit of yardage on that play.
Well, you're not going to find a better 1-yard run than this at the high school level. Now, a year from now, when he is wherever he is, at Tennessee or wherever, that reverse field cut, he'll learn not to do that. But he was able to outrun the pursuit right there and really save a sizable loss.
2nd down and 8, as they'll actually give him a couple of yards to the 14-yard line. Higgins with the blitz coming. He loses the ball. It's loose on the ground. It is scooped up and dropped again. And Central-Phenix City is going to be very fortunate to land on this football at the 46-yard line, as they tried twice to pick it up. And finally, big number 91, Jamori Jones, did the smart thing, Coach, and just fell out on the ground.
Well, you're going to see Drew Anthony here. He's going to come on a blitz, comes right off the left side of the defense, is able to separate the football and knock it loose. And as the old coach said, it ain't round and it takes funny bounces. That's how you describe the game of football. And that time it bounced. You can see right here, there's a great play by Anthony coming on the blitz, separates from the ball, and now the game is on. Who is going to recover it? And nice heads-up play. I couldn't, maybe Jamori Jones got on that thing at the very end?
Yep, it was Jones. So what a break for Central-Phenix City. But, they made that break. It was a great defensive call to come after Higgins. And great job forcing the turnover, as you mentioned, by Drew Anthony, the senior linebacker. So now the Red Devils have it back with great field position.
Looks like we get another flag. Yeah, I think when Central started their motion, it pulled an Oxford defender offside, and thus the 5-yard offside.
And Ron Burgess, our referee tonight, giving us the call.
Mr. Burgess is getting some airtime.
Yes, he is. So that makes it 1st and 5 now. BM first down. They only need 5 yards now after the penalty, as they spot it just across midfield. And Miles stays in at quarterback. Zion Morris gets nothing. Great penetration that time. The first man through there for the Jackets was Tavares Elston. He had great containment, forced Morris to cut back in where help arrived.
Yeah, really ran a little read toss to the outside, as you said, very well defended. And kind of interested. We haven't seen much of McKay since that very first series. I don't know whether he was hurt. Of course, it could be because Morris has done an outstanding job.
So 1 yard on the play. It makes it 2nd down and 4. Morris gets it again, cuts it up inside. He's going to dive forward for the first down as he gets it inside the 45-yard line. Another first down.
Yeah, Morris has shown a really nice knack. That time he kind of stretches the defense to the outside and then plants that right foot, gets straight upfield, makes that cut right at the line of scrimmage, just like you want it done, and an impressive run.
Well, now they're going to measure. I'm not sure. That I thought the spot was better than this, so this is going to require a measurement as the football is spotted down at the 44.
I'm going to say he made it by about 3 inches. I haven't been very, very good this year, let's see. I had the 3 inches right.
It's close, but it's going to require another snap if they're going to get a first down.
Big hit right there at the end by Miguel Mitchell that probably saved that first down, at least temporarily.
So just a couple of chain links short. And the Red Devils again with that big offensive line.
I think I'd run behind my right guard.
They'll be looking for some push here on 3rd and a couple of inches. Miles, oh my goodness, looking to throw. Goes for the home run, and they've got it. Touchdown, Carmelo English hooking up again with quarterback Trey Miles. And what a gutsy call. Of course, they could have gone for it on 4, so it pays off big time for the Central-Phenix City Red Devils.
They ran the post route to the top of your screen, and the safety to that side, he bites on the play fake because it's third and about an inch. And this is a beautifully thrown ball laid up right over the outside shoulder. Great route right there. English had a step on Delvin Fagans, the corner to that side, and boy, lightning has struck in Oxford, Alabama, and it's wearing white, red, and black.
I don't think anybody here in the stadium expected that play on 3rd and inches. I know I didn't.
That'll make 2.
And Pale tacks on the extra point as Central-Phenix City out to a 14-0 lead here in the first half. They turn the turnover into points. And the Red Devils pitching a shutout here early against the defending 6A state champions.
Since 1848, First Bank of Alabama has been dedicated to our customers and excellence in all areas. With constant improvements to our facilities, to adding new products and services to better serve you, our team is fully engaged in all the communities we serve. First Bank of Alabama knows that time is money, so we offer hometown services with advanced technology that allows you to bank on your own schedule. We want to be your community bank, so stop by. Come see us at First Bank of Alabama, where you're always first.
Don't crack under the pressure of foundation issues. The certified specialists at Ox Foundation Solutions can permanently fix foundation problems at the best price guaranteed. And did you know, moisture and unsafe air from your crawl space can infiltrate your home, causing health hazards and high utility bills? Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
And there you see the score. Early second quarter, Central-Phenix City coming into Oxford. And now they have a 14-0 lead as, Coach, not only did they turn the turnover into points, you know, you could pretty much potentially call that a 14-point swing because Oxford was on the march.
Absolutely.
And looking like they were going to tie the game at 7-7.
No, Mickey, that's an excellent point. I mean, momentum swung in a hurry, and you know, you might say, why do you schedule games like this? Well, you know, sometimes, especially if you're in your first year in a program and you know you've got an established team, you know, you're looking for something not only to establish your team, but also to establish yourself as their head coach. And that's exactly what would happen tonight if Phenix City could come in here and walk out of Oxford, Alabama with a win. Now, this game's got a long way to go. Heck, we're just getting started, but what a great start for the Red Devils.
And there you see Braxton Carr, the senior place kicker. Has it teed up, and you see a couple of Jackets back deep to receive. Rodriguez Elston and Traquan Fagans. Jackets had a very good kickoff return a moment ago, and we'll see if they get one here for the First Bank of Alabama kickoff from Central-Phenix City. And it will be a touchback. And so the Jackets now, of course, we're still very early here, Coach, still just a minute or so into the second quarter, but I think this is an opportunity here for this Oxford offense to put together a nice scoring drive.
Well, absolutely, and it is noteworthy that we played a minute, 2 minutes in the second quarter, and an offense that averages 47 points a game has got a goose egg for right now. So that's pretty significant.
Put 4 receivers in the game, and Higgins on the keep, and this is really Oxford in a nutshell this year. Trey Higgins, they spread the field, they rely on their senior quarterback. Got a great arm, got great legs. He's gotten it done all season long, throwing and running, and when they need a big play, when they need something good to happen, they've been able to rely on number 3 every time.
Yeah. Well, I've been around football, you know, long time, over 50 years, and I don't ever remember seeing much statistics like a 71% completion percentage and 7.5 yards a carry. That's a hard combination to find.
Higgins running right, throws back to the middle of the field, and it is incomplete. It was intended for Camden Etheridge, who really should have came up with the football.
Yeah, ball was a little bit low, but it did look like it was catchable. I think if I'm the Oxford coaching staff right now, you can see that ball hits him right in the numbers. It is a little bit low. I think if I'm the Oxford coaching staff right now, I may be a little bit concerned that there are very few plays that have been run, especially in the passing game, where I can feel like that we've just played in rhythm, you know, where the play went like it was supposed to. A lot of plays have broken down, and it's been up to Higgins to make something out of nothing, and that's a hard go.
2nd and 10. They got pressure on Higgins again. He steps up, but he's not going to be able to get away from the second defender. So they're really getting a lot of pressure here on Trey Higgins, and that time the sack will be credited to Nick Boyd, or I should say number 96, Tamaron Parker, the sophomore for the Red Devils.
If you watch number 7, Damian Tharp, he comes clean off of the left defensive side, the left side of your screen, and nobody touches him. He's completely unblocked. Higgins did a nice job of stepping up to avoid that one, but ran right into the arms of the gentleman that we just mentioned, and that resulted in a loss.
So 3rd and 15 for the Jackets. Red Devils come after Higgins again, and they get him, and it is the same defender, Tamarian Parker. Flags fly, so we'll have to wait the call here, but for the moment, it is another sack of Trey Higgins.
Probably a hold, and it is.
Coach, what do you make of the pressure here by this Red Devil defensive front?
Well, that time, I mean, Central only rushes 4 men. There's no blitz, and if you watch to the left side of your screen, I mean, that's just a great speed rush right there by Parker. He runs right around the block of the right tackle, of Brandon Kirksey, and just a great speed rush. And, just whips his man and makes the tackle from the top down like you're supposed to, and that's just a great defensive play.
So the Jackets unable to get anything going on that possession. We'll have to punt it back to the Red Devils. And another flag. We have had plenty of those here in this first half. And this will be against the Yellow Jackets. That'll cost them 5. So the Red Devils with an opportunity here to, if they filled the punt cleanly, get some great field position. Get the punt out of there. Fair catch made at the 46 by Carmelo English. So what an opportunity now here for Central-Phenix City. They're going to have it first down at the Oxford 46, up 14-0. 8:48 to go here in our first half. And I tell you, Coach, this is a very important drive. And there you see Caleb Nix checking back into the game after Trey Miles did such a great job on consecutive series at quarterback.
Yeah, you do, and you also see Joseph McKay back in as well, along with Zion Morris. So both running backs are in the game. You see McKay is out there as the number 3 receiver to the left side of your screen.
Nix to throw on first down, and he throws a pick. It's picked off by Rodriguez Elston. Elston back up the far sideline. Nix will throw him down out of bounds and draw a flag. So a huge swing, Coach, in one play.
Well, they empty the backfield, and they put really 4 receivers to one side. And what they tried to do is they tried to stick Morris down the middle of the field. And I don't know if he was open or not, but if the ball had been thrown up over the top, he might have had a chance. But Nix tries to really throw a line drive in there, and the safety, as you can see, undercuts the throw right there. This is a beautiful job of intercepting the play, and gets not only the turnover, but great field position. And maybe this will be the spark that will light up the Yellow Jackets and get them back in this football game.
Boy, they needed a big play, and they get it by way of their defense. And just total frustration here by Nix, coming in the game, throwing the interception, and then drawing the flag. So all of a sudden, look, Oxford first down at the Central-Phenix City 29-yard line, at a chance to totally reverse the momentum in this game. And here's the handoff. This is the first carry of the game for Keyshawn Siasi, and it's a good one as he picks up a first down to the 19.
Yeah, a little speed sweep action with him, and you know, he averages 7.5. Everybody on this team averages 7.5 yards a carry, and he showed you why right there. Picks up 9 that time on the speed sweep, and that's probably the best looking play that out of the Oxford offense in a while.
Yeah, they mark him just short of the first down yardage, so it is second down and about a half yard at the 20. Daly in motion, and it's Higgins on the keep. He's going to have the first down and more as he's taken off his feet at about the 12-13-yard line by Central-Phenix City's Anthony Sampson. So the Jackets on the march now with a first down.
Yeah, this is great play call. Such a tough series to defend. You get that speed sweep action. The linebackers have got to flatten out a little bit to honor that, and then you run the quarterback really ISO away from the motion. It's hard to have enough defenders over to that side, and that time Oxford made him pay with a nice run by Higgins. Good lead blocked by the running back.
First down at the 12. Britt in motion. They'll pitch it to Britt. He can't handle it, so he just falls on it back at the 18-yard line. So a poor execution on that play by the Jackets will cost them some yardage. It'll be second and long.
Yeah, you read the end there. If the end widens, the quarterback keeps it. If he stays at home, you're going to toss it. Usually it's an underhand toss, and it looked like maybe he was fooled just a little bit by where Britt was. It looked like he started to pitch it and then kind of double clutched it, and the ball was just a little bit low. The result was a negative yardage play.
So second and 16. Higgins swings it out to Siasi, and he is tackled by a couple of defenders, Zion Morris and Siraj Muhammad, combining on the stop. Short gain, so it's going to be third down and long for Oxford.
That's the biggest play of the game now for the Oxford football team. They badly need to convert here in this series right here. They need to get at least half of this right here. Certainly a field goal will help, but they need touchdowns. Let's see if they can get half of it.
Third down and 16. Higgins back to throw. Pressured again. Has to just take off and run it. And he gets all he can as he gets it down to the 11-yard line as he was met there by Zion Morris. Or I should say Jalen Robinson, the senior linebacker for Central-Phenix City. So it'll be fourth down.
Yeah, big pressure again coming from the right side of the Central defense. Higgins does a great job of sensing it and gets north and south and did just what it has to. Makes this a very makeable 4th and 8.
So the Jackets already down 14-0. They're going to go for it. Fourth down. They need 8. Higgins fakes, pressured again, and it's Parker going to get to him back at the 26-yard line. A flag comes in, and this could be a face mask. It totally changed this situation because Central-Phenix City had the Jackets stop, but instead it's going to be a first down by way of penalty.
Yeah, that's a huge penalty. A very interesting play call right here. You know, bootleg action on a 4th and 8. You don't see that a whole lot. Really a great play by Parker. Recognized he got upfield, but he's going to grab that mask, and of course that's a no-no, and he'll pay the price. Couldn't see it, but I think when that head bobbed down right there, that's probably where the mask was.
There it was right there at the end. They get number 44 actually for it. Marquavius Baker got him at the end of the play. Tell you, Tamarian Parker's having himself some kind of game on the defensive line, and this is a tough break for Central-Phenix City. They had the Jackets stop, but instead Oxford's going to keep the football, and as they'll have an first down after the face mask penalty.
Yeah, back to Parker just for a second. Only a sophomore, 6'4", 210. Imagine a couple of years from now he'll be 6'4", 240, 250, and we'll be reading about him. He's been so impressive today.
He has been unblockable here in this.
Now, I wonder if they're going to call that a dead ball foul. I see the look of consternation on Higgins' face. He's coming off.
All right, Coach, help me out here. What's?
Well, if it's a dead ball foul, then the ball will go over. The penalty will be assessed against Phenix City, but that won't stop the change of possession.
There you see our referee tonight, Ron Burgess, conferring with his other referees on this call. His other officials, I should say.
I don't know why Higgins was upset on the sideline there. We'll see what we got. He's still on this side of the field, so I would think Oxford still had the football.
Yeah, he just called for
And the Jackets are going to line up for a field goal attempt. So this will be spotted down at the 19. It'll be a 29-yard attempt. Oxford trying to get on the scoreboard. And they do, as the field goal is good. A nice job that time by the Jackets, Nicholas Gutierrez.
It struck that well right down the middle. I think we understand Higgins' frustration now. He wanted 7.
Yeah. We'll go to break. 4:53 remaining in our first half. The turnover results in a Yellow Jacket field goal. Central-Phenix City with a 14-3 lead here at Oxford.
Home making you sick? Moisture and unsafe air from your crawl space can infiltrate your home, causing health hazards and high utility bills. Ox Foundation Solutions can remedy any mold or mildew problem in your home. It's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. Tune in to WOTM every Friday night at 7 for the AHSAA Game of the Week during the state playoffs. WOTM available to every cable TV provider in the state. If WOTM is not currently a part of your provider's lineup, call and request that they add WOTM. Friday, November 6th, the third-ranked Hewitt-Trussville Huskies travel to Madison to take on the 10th-ranked James Clemens Jets live on WOTM. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the football Super 7, basketball, baseball, and softball championships.
Fairness to him, we don't know. Maybe that was the pre-plan.
And we're back at Lamar Field. 4:53 remaining here in our second quarter, and quite a exchange there, Coach. It looked like Central-Phenix City, they had the football with the opportunity to possibly go up 21-0. Instead, they turn it over. Oxford comes down. Central-Phenix City has them stopped. Basically, the face mask penalty marked off 15 yards, did not make it a first down,
right,
which made it a decision for Coach Etheridge to either go for it, which was why Trey Higgins was frustrated. Right. He wanted to go for it, but Coach Etheridge said, hey, let's get some points. There's still a lot of football left to play.
And as us old coaches have a tendency to do, overanalyzation, but, you know, at least we know a little bit more about what's a dead ball and what isn't, so it's all good. Well, that's not what Oxford wanted out of that drive. They wanted 7, but you know, those 3 points, you know, they may very well come in handy before this one's over. Be interesting to see who is a quarterback for the Red Devils coming back out, whether they'll give Nix another series or go back with Morse, who frankly had a hot hand when he was in. Carmelo English back there ready to tote the mail.
He has been the recipient of both touchdown passes from Trey Miles. So the First Bank of Alabama kickoff is Gutierrez. Gets a leg into it. It is a short kick fielded at the 25-yard line by English. And he will spin his way up for a pretty good return as he was hit on the kickoff team by Oxford's Rodriguez Elston. So the Red Devils will get it back with a 14-3 lead. And again, I'm with you, Coach. I'm interested to see who comes back in the game at quarterback. And it will be Trey Miles, the young man who has led them on both of their scoring drives. And frankly, when he's been in the game, Oxford has had no answer for this offense.
Yeah, well, you know, he has really been electrifying. And, you know, when you play two quarterbacks, that's always hard, you know, for the coach to decide which hand is the one to play. But we'll see what Mr. Miles can do this time.
Hand it off to McKay, breaks the first tackle attempt, and boy, this is a great run here by McKay. He lost the football, and another turnover, 2 turnovers in a row now for Central-Phenix City. And, you know, that's how you get back in the football game, and Oxford's going to have it back.
Yeah, they really did. Really a great run by McKay. He got in trouble at the end. He tried to lower his shoulder to run over a defender and break yet another tackle, but when he did, he exposed that ball, and you're gonna see that ball's not quite high and tight, and it's just a little bit loose and comes out, and great reaction right there. I think that's Fagans, Turquoise Fagans that comes up with it. And boy, what a big turnover for the Oxford Yellow Jackets.
Another turnover on the Oxford side of the 50. 2 in a row now, so the Jackets get it back, first down at their own 38, with a chance to chip away at this Central-Phenix City lead. Higgins goes deep, and well defended that time by Central-Phenix City. They were not fooled on the play that time.
Well, not at all. I think the only person who was fooled was the receiver to this side. Higgins, you know, had in his mind a double move. He pumped the short throw and threw the deep one, but the receiver sat down on the short throw and never moved, and just miscommunication. And fortunately, that one wasn't picked.
Second down and 10. Higgins gives it to the running back, Siasi. A short gain is going to make it third down and about 8 yards for the Jackets. Tackle that time made by Jamari Jones.
Good job by the Phoenix City front, getting off blocks and closing rapidly on that zone play. It's a big down right here. You get a turnover. You sure don't want to go 3 and out.
Higgins steps up, and again, they're just getting all kinds of pressure on Higgins. And coach, again, it's number 96, Tamarion Parker, there to make the play, making it fourth down.
Yeah, they ran a little game, a little twist, and you can see Parker works inside and just keeps working inside. Just great football instincts, and was able to come up with a sack.
And the kick will roll dead at about the 27-yard line. So the Central-Phenix City defense coming in, and coach, you know, when you turn it over, that's what you like to see your defense come on the field and just take care of business.
Well, and I tell you what the Central defense has done such a great job of tonight to this point is they've really retraced well, and they have not allowed Higgins, you know, to step up in the pocket. And they overrun him, and he splits them for huge yardage. He's done it a couple times, but not consistently. They've really had a good sense of when they couldn't get there, and they've retraced well and really negated a lot of the damage he could do by scrambling.
Miles looking to throw on first down, gets the pass away and throws it short as it skips ahead of the intended receiver, Tommy Griffin. So I think, Coach, this will be the first time since Miles has been in the game where they've had a second down and long.
Yeah, and really, I think when he looks at the film next week, he's going to wish he could dump the ball out into the flat. He had a receiver out there uncovered that, you know, would have picked up 3 or 4 or 5. But he tried to force the ball downfield a little bit and ended up with his second down and 10.
Pre-snap shifting now for the Red Devils. Second down and 10. They leave it with Morris, and he gets nothing. Great job by the Oxford defensive front. That time, number 9, Jabri Ford, the 6'3", 210-pound senior, fought off his blocker and made the tackle.
Well, you know, this is just a great job right here by Ford of coming off the block. You know, he's outmanned pretty good now. He's 6'3", 210. He's given up a lot of weight, but does a nice job of playing his gap, gets off the block, and makes the big hit.
Another penalty. You know, from a penalty perspective, this looks more like week 1 than the last week of the regular season.
No, there have been a lot of them tonight. That's for sure, and things that I don't think either coach really wanted to see this late in the season. Back out and no back again.
So 2nd down and 15 as the Jackets take the penalty, and Miles back to throw with plenty of time, goes over the middle, and an unbelievable catch by the big tight end Trevon Woods. That's only the 2nd time tonight he's been targeted, but what a play.
Mickey, I don't want to correct you, but saying that's an unbelievable catch, I think, is an understatement. That's I don't know what the word is for that. I mean, he goes up, his hit is really in motion. That's one of the best catches I've ever seen. That was a fantastic catch. And you are right, that was
a great catch and a great hold on to.
Yes, absolutely.
But it's not a first down. It's going to be the chains, according to the down marker, they've got him a little short.
Yeah, it was like he's about 1/8 of an inch short.
Ron Burgess says, okay, bring him out.
I'm going to say he made it. Watch this catch right here. Up over the top, gets his hands on top of the ball. I don't know how he did that, but boy, what a spectacular
Coach, that's
catch.
clearly a first down.
It sure looks like it. I mean,
no,
it looks
got a
like
horrible spot.
Yeah, it is a horrible spot. He ended up a full yard further.
Fortunately for the Red Devils, and they earned that one, because I don't know if we can see that play again, guys, but if we show it again, he's down at the 32.
Yeah, no, he was definitely a yard further in front of that ball. Well, we are going to look at it again. Let's see right here. Maybe something hit.
Or the 37, I should say.
Yeah.
No question.
Yeah, at least the 36 3/4. Well, anyway, it's a first down, and what a great catch by that young man.
So here is McKay, and he darts forward for a good gain on first down of 4 yards. And now, Coach, it's about clock management, and obviously you'd love to have a shot to get some more points before halftime, but now you're in a position with that big throw and catch from Miles to Woods to at least keep the football away from Oxford.
Well, absolutely, and you can try to play the clock a little bit here, and your goal may be we're going to score or the half's going to run out or both. And of course, if they could put another one on the board before halftime, it would be almost a perfect first half from the Phenix City perspective.
Well, we're going to have another penalty, and again, it has been a sloppy game in that regard. You know, you understand the effort penalties, those type of penalties at this point in the season, but we've had so many of these pre-snap 5-yard type penalties that you normally don't see this time of year.
And that'll turn Coach Nix's hair gray right there. I mean, you got to drive going, you're ahead of the chains, and now it's 2nd down and 11.
And you want to be careful. You have turned it over 2 times in a row,
Absolutely.
so it'll be interesting to see what they do here on 2nd and 11. Miles is back to throw.
Great protection.
Still looking, and is basically just going to heave it over on the far side. His tight end raced over there and caught it, Trevon Woods, but he was not in bounds.
Well, Oxford that time I think only brought 3 and just very, very well protected. Had all kind of times to throw, but if you only bring 3, that means you got 8 in coverage, and there aren't many holes out there to throw the ball into.
Good look at Trevon Woods, the 6'4", 190-pound junior. So 3rd and 11. Four receivers in the game. Miles back to throw, steps up, gets this pass away. It's caught. Well, no, they're going to say it's incomplete.
Yeah, I think he had it initially, but I think it squirted out late. Ball a little bit behind, and that's Marcavius Terry. I don't think he can pull it in there at the end. Watch, the ball's going to be slightly behind. Ball's going to come out late, and they're going to rule it incomplete.
That would have been a first down and kept the drive alive. Instead now, Oxford's going to get it back with under a minute to play here in the first half.
Defended that time by Chanston Holyfield. Made a nice break on the ball and helped cough that thing up.
Another high snap, and they just get it out of there. Some contact with the punter. It'll bounce and be down right at the 40 by Nathan Carpenter. So Oxford will have it first down at the 40, 51.4 to play here in the first half. You take an early down shot here, Coach, and see what happens?
You know, I think so. You know, this area of the field that you're in is called the freewheeling zone, which means you can open up your whole offense. You can run anything in the book, and you know, it wouldn't be a bad deal to try to get some big yardage on first down, a little play action, and try to get a big strike.
Again, Oxford with a very good field goal kicker in Gutierrez. So Higgins on the keep, picks up 6, maybe 7. That clock moving. Higgins under pressure again, and just has to throw it away. And you know, when you're at quarterback and you're dropping back and you feel the pressure, those eyes have to, you know, you're looking downfield, and when you feel that pressure, Coach, those eyes kind of have to drop, and then you lose perspective what's happening downfield.
Yeah, and the pressure, I think, has upset his rhythm just a little bit. You know, that ball was not thrown very well at all, and as we see a flag lay, I don't know where there's some frustration there, but this is a little inside twist, and it comes clean, and you can see that he can't set, can't drive the ball, and there's really nothing on the throw at all, and it's a little bit frustrating. And somebody in that black shirt is showing their frustration, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised now to see Oxford just get out of the half and try to regroup.
Higgins on the keep. Darts around the left side and will be taken off of his feet after a short gain, and Oxford getting a timeout with 13.8 now to play.
Yeah, I think Higgins was trying to get to the sideline to save that timeout, but wasn't able to get there, had to burn it. And with 13.8, might seem maybe a little strange to take that timeout right now. It is fourth down. Maybe we're going to try to get one play before the half, but that could be a little bit dangerous.
And while we've got this stoppage in play with 13.8 seconds to play here in the first half, we will remind you that you can tune in every Wednesday night at 6:30 here on WOTM and the AHSAA Network for the AHSAA Weekly, hosted by John Holder. Great information, great content every week on this show. If you haven't seen it, make sure you check it out. The AHSAA Weekly with John Holder right here on WOTM and the AHSAA Statewide Network. There you see our score, late first half, Central-Phenix City. 7A, 14, Oxford defending 6A state champions with only 3 points here. As you mentioned earlier, Coach, coming in averaging 47 points per game. But you've got to tip your hat to the Central-Phenix City defense, holding Oxford to just a field goal. They put great pressure on Trey Higgins tonight. They've made him look mortal in this game, and they've done it with their offense turning it over a couple of times. So it's really been a great defensive game here in this first half for the Red Devils.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time seeing the down box. Yeah, it is fourth down. I'm a little curious as to why they took the timeout right there. Maybe they were going to try to set it up for one last play, and the coaching staff says, nope, don't think so. We're going to kick it and get ready for the second half. We'll give Central 3 seconds. I guess they could launch another deep one right here, but wouldn't be a bit surprised to see him take a knee. Wouldn't really be surprised to see him launch a deep one either. So how's that for covering covering things?
So one more play in this first half, and both teams will head to the locker room. Been an interesting first half here at Lamar Field between two of the top programs in the state of Alabama. And it is Morris with a big gaping hole up the middle, and that'll take us to the end of the first half. Central-Phenix City got to be happy with how they performed here in this first half. Despite the 2 turnovers, they have a 14-3 lead over the defending 6A state champion Oxford Yellow Jackets. Stay with us. Got a lot coming up for you at halftime as we go to break. A look at the big pass from Miles to English, one of 2 touchdown passes for those 2 young men here in the first half.
It's a new day here at Team 1 Chevrolet in Gadsden, and right now it's truck month. New Silverados, 20 and 21 models are here. How about this? Come in, make your best deal on a new Silverado. Then grab $5,000 in customer cash on top of the huge discount. At Team 1 Chevrolet of Gadsden, truck month means the best price of the year. It's a new day at Team 1 Chevrolet of Gadsden, home of the best people, the best service, period.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. Tune in to WOTM every Friday night at 7 for the AHSAA Game of the Week during the state playoffs. WOTM available to every cable TV provider in the state. If WOTM is not currently a part of your provider's lineup, call and request that they add WOTM. Friday, November 6th, the 3rd-ranked Hewitt-Trussville Huskies travel to Madison to take on the 10th-ranked James Clemens Jets live on WOTM. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the football Super 7, basketball, baseball, and softball championships.
While you're at home with family for the next few weeks, don't put off scheduling home repairs. Call Ox Foundation for a free estimate. With more time at home, you tend to notice things you haven't in the past. Mold and moisture in your basement or crawl space, uneven driveways, stair-step cracks in your exterior brick, uneven floors and doors. If your home is showing weakness, it's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Stay strong, Alabama.
Find your place. Find your joy. Find your peace of mind. At ERA King Real Estate, we believe that buying the right home is a critical component to happiness and stability in life. Our mission is to guide you through one of the largest, most important decisions of your life. And we know that buying a house is about more than just checking things off your list. It's about finding your future. Find your future at eraking.com.
Good evening, I'm Gerhard Mathangani with tonight's halftime report. We hope you're enjoying a great one between Oxford and Central-Phenix City tonight. Of course, this game was played a day later than originally scheduled because of all the terrible weather we had here in the state of Alabama earlier this week. We hope that you and your family are doing well and enjoying the AHSAA Game of the Week. Now, of course, this game also means a lot as we move forward into the playoffs. This is what the playoff situation looks like in Class 7A. The teams on the left-hand side are in the south. The teams on the right-hand side are in the north. Central-Phenix City is in the championship bracket. You can see that they will take on the Region 1 number 3 seed. Meanwhile, the Region 1 number 4 seed will travel to Auburn. The 3 teams battling out for those 2 spots are Fairhope, Baker, and Murphy. Fairhope and Murphy are playing right now over in Fairhope. Everything else is settled. Enterprise and Theodore will battle at Theodore. Meanwhile, Auburn will host, and then Prattville will host Daphne. Meanwhile, on the north side of the bracket, Grissom and Thompson will hook up. Hewitt-Trussville goes to James Clemens. Oak Mountain travels to Austin, and Hoover will host Sparkman. Meanwhile, in the Class 6A bracket, still a lot to settle out. We're taking a look at Region 3, where the number 2 seed, the number 3 seed, and the number 4 seed are yet to be determined. This is what it looks like. The number 4 seed will travel to Opelika. The number 3 seed will go to Eufaula, and the number 2 seed will host Carver Montgomery. The teams that are in the rankings for that, Wetumpka, Helena, and Stanhope Elmore. Everything else has been settled. The way the bracket looks like on your screen, the teams on the top side, both the left and the right, are in the south, and the teams on the bottom side of the bracket, on the left and the right, are in the north. Everything else has been settled. As we said, McGill-Tulane will travel to Hillcrest-Tuscaloosa. Lee Montgomery goes over to Pelham, and Northridge will face Saraland. Also in the south, McAdory and Spanish Fort. Carver will take on the winner of the number 2 seed. Blount and Hueytown. Eufaula will host the winner of the number 3 seed. That's all in the south. Meanwhile, in the north, Arab and Pinson Valley. Shades Valley and Coleman. Oxford and Minor. Hartselle and Briarwood Christian. Muscle Shoals and Mountain Brook. Gardendale and Fort Payne. Homewood on the road at Athens and Southside Gadsden and Clay Chalkville. And coming up next here on our halftime report, we will take a look at the Class 5A and 4A brackets. We will also hear from those participating in the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star game. 3 of those participants on the field are in the game you're watching tonight, as well as 1 coach. We will detail all that coming up next.
I got back my smack talk touchdown hole-in-one 3-point home run, hat-trick pavement pounding record-setting goal across the finish line. Because Core didn't give up, I didn't give up. And I certainly didn't give in. I'm gonna get back to doing what I love. I'm gonna get back to winning.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. Tune in to WOTM every Friday night at 7 for the AHSAA Game of the Week during the state playoffs. WOTM available to every cable TV provider in the state. If WOTM is not currently a part of your provider's lineup, call and request that they add WOTM. Friday, November 6th, the 3rd-ranked Hewitt-Trussville Huskies travel to Madison to take on the 10th-ranked James Clemens Jets live on WOTM. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the football Super 7, basketball, baseball, and softball championships.
In Alabama, school spirit is in the air on Friday nights. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're giving our customers the opportunity to show their school spirit every day with our new Spirit debit card. We've designed a unique card for every Calhoun County school that includes the school's logo. So every time you use the card, you're showing your school spirit. Come in and get your school spirit debit card today. We've got spirit at F&M Bank. Service, solutions, and strength. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Welcome back to the Halftime Report. I'm Gerhard Mathangani. We'll take a look at the brackets, continuing with the Class 5A and 4A brackets. Look at the Class 5A bracket. Shelby County will travel to Pike Road. UMS Wright will go to Holtville. Demopolis will host Rehoboth. Sylacauga goes to Faith Academy. Meanwhile, also in the South, Talladega and St. Paul's, Carroll at Selma, Satsuma at Central Clay County, and Marbury in Andalusia. Meanwhile, on the north side of the bracket, Alexandria will host West Point. Parker will go to East Limestone. Gunnersville will host Hayden. Jemison and Pleasant Grove. Also on the other side of the bracket, Lawrence County travels to Ramsey. Center Point and Fairview, Fairfield and Russellville, as well as Boaz and Leeds. Everything in Class 4A has also been settled. West Blockton and Alabama Christian, Jackson and Jacksonville, Geneva and American Christian, and Cherokee County and Mobile Christian. Also in the South, Anniston will travel to Williamson, Dale County and Bibb County, Viger and Handley, Montevallo and St. James. On the north side of the bracket, Randolph will go to Etowah. Central Florence will host Haleyville. Madison Academy will host Dora. Deschler travels to Northside. Gordo will host Brooks. Madison County is at home against Aniana. And Hamilton and West Limestone will hook up in West Limestone. And Good Hope will host North Jackson. Meanwhile, 4 participants in the game that you are watching tonight have already been selected to represent our state in the upcoming Alabama-Mississippi All-Star game. Central-Phenix City's Jackson Meeks will join Oxford's Rock Taylor and Trey Higgins, as well as Coach Keith Etheridge in the All-Star game. Etheridge will serve as the team's defensive coordinator. I caught up with Etheridge and Higgins on this great honor.
It's a huge honor, and I just want to give glory to God. You know, it just all the hard work and everything paid off, and you know, to be recognized as one of the top players in the state, you know, it's always an honor. And you know, I'm going to Mississippi State, so I'd like to beat Mississippi before I go over there. I feel like that'd be pretty cool.
It's awesome, you know, and it's special. I get to coach in it, they're playing in it, so we get to spend another week together after the season. Hopefully, you know, we'll sit there and do some ring designing while we're there. No, I'm just kidding. You know, it's exciting for them guys to get to go and compete against the best, you know, some of the best players in the nation and get to show their talents. And, you know, Trey's one of these kids that everybody talks about him being a great baseball player. I think he's a better football player than he is a baseball player. He's phenomenal. You know, people don't understand how good he is in football. You know, when he puts his team on his shoulders when he needs to, Rock, same way. You know, and we got defensive guys who are doing that same thing. So it's going to be great to watch them two get to compete against the best and not only get to watch them, but be there all week while they're doing it.
The Alabama-Mississippi All-Star Game is set for December 12th at the Crampton Bowl in Montgomery. Meanwhile, coming up next year on our halftime report, we'll break down the Class 3A, 2A, and 1A brackets. Also, keep in mind that we will have the entire bracket reveal show for you right here on WOTM tomorrow morning at 8:30. All the coaches that are in the playoffs will be in Montgomery at Garrett Coliseum. We will have that entire show for you with the entire bracket revealed right here on WOTM tomorrow.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. Tune in to WOTM every Friday night at 7 for the AHSAA Game of the Week during the state playoffs. WOTM available to every cable TV provider in the state. If WOTM is not currently a part of your provider's lineup, call and request that they add WOTM. Friday, November 6th, the third-ranked Hewitt-Trussville Huskies travel to Madison to take on the 10th-ranked James Clemens Jets live on WOTM. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the football Super 7, basketball, baseball, and softball championships.
This holiday season, visit Festival of Lights in Oxford, Alabama for an unforgettable drive-through family-friendly light show. Enjoy the twinkling lights, visit with Santa, go ice skating, and more. Tickets on sale now at oxfordlights.com.
Hi, I'm Kevin Riggin, General Manager here at the new Team One Chevrolet in Gadsden, where it's a new day. At Team One Chevrolet, we do whatever it takes to make your buying experience the best. As a matter of fact, you don't have to buy our vehicles at all. If you have an extra vehicle, we'll buy your car or truck today. That's right, we will buy your vehicle to help build our pre-owned inventory. Come by and see us at Team One Chevrolet on Megan Boulevard in Gadsden, home of the best people, the best service, period.
Hot under the collar because your basement is full of water? Call a local company you can trust. Ox Foundation Solutions. We use the most advanced water management system to stop water from invading your basement for good. Get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
I got back my smack talk touchdown hole-in-one three-point home run, hat-trick pavement pounding record-setting goal across the finish line. Because Core didn't give up, I didn't give up. And I certainly didn't give in. I'm gonna get back to doing what I love. I'm gonna get back to winning.
Welcome back to the Halftime Report. I'm Gerhard Mathangani. We continue our look with the Class 3A, 2A, and 1A brackets. Now in 3A, Region 3, seed number 4, still yet to be determined. That team will travel to Slocum. It's a three-way tie between Hale County, Southside Selma, and Monroe County, all vying for that one last spot. Meanwhile, in Region 1, we still have to settle out the 2 seed, the 3 seed, and the 4 seed. The teams vying for that, Flomaton, Bayside Academy, and Hillcrest Evergreen. Flomaton 7-2, Bayside Academy also 7-2, and Hillcrest Evergreen 6-4, all 4-2 in the region. Meanwhile, in Region 6, the 2, 3, and 4 seeds still left to be determined there. And in Region 8, the number 4 seed and the 3 seed still to be determined. The teams that are all in so far, Slocum, Trinity Presbyterian, Providence Christian, Montgomery Academy, Pike County, Dadeville, T.R. Miller, Wicksburg, Thomasville, Montgomery Catholic, Greensboro, and up in the south. Meanwhile, Sylvania, Winfield, Ohatchee, Lauderdale County, Fife, Welborn, Piedmont, Plainview, Sacs, East Lawrence, and Geraldine in the north. Here's a look at the Class 2A bracket. Thorsby and Long, St. Luke's Episcopal and B.B. Comer, Ayrton and Isabella, as well as Randolph County and Clark County make up half of the south. The other half of the south includes Lafayette, Leroy, Geneva County, and Highland Home, and Lynette awaiting the winner of the 4 seed, Luverne and GW Long. Also in the north, Tanner and Spring Garden, Winston County and Red Bay, Southeastern and North Sand Mountain, Colbert County and Addison, and Aliceville awaits the number 4 seed in the Region 8, Cleveland and Falkville, Lamar County and Mars Hill Bible, and Section and Westbrook Christian. And we finish off with Class 1A, Shields, Sweetwater, Florala, and Nottasulga, Waringo, and Linden, as well as McKenzie are all in. McKenzie awaits the number 3 seed out of Region 4. Meanwhile, the 4 seed will travel to Brantley. Fruitdale and Keith, Sampson and Maplesville, Central Haneyville, and Millery make up the south. Meanwhile, the north features Summerton Christian and Berry, Woodland and Waterloo, Brilliant and Valley Head, R.A. Hubbard and Ragland, as well as Hackleburg, Winterboro, Hubbartville, Cedar Bluff, Wadley, and Decatur Heritage, as well as Woodville and Pickens County. That wraps up your halftime show. We return you back to game action coming up next.
Falling to save a Sedanese Silicon.
Prices are falling with up to $4,000 off MSRP on new 2020 Rogue Sports and payments as low as $375 a month. That's right, up to $4,000 off MSRP on new 2020 Rogue Sports and payments as low as $375 a month. Plus, take advantage of 0% APR financing for up to 72 months.
The right people, a better customer experience. Sedanese of Silicon.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. Tune in to WOTM every Friday night at 7 for the AHSAA Game of the Week during the state playoffs. WOTM available to every cable TV provider in the state. If WOTM is not currently a part of your provider's lineup, call and request that they add WOTM. Friday, November 6th, the third-ranked Hewitt-Trussville Huskies travel to Madison to take on the 10th-ranked James Clemens Jets live on WOTM. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the football Super 7, basketball, baseball, and softball championships.
This holiday season, visit Festival of Lights in Oxford, Alabama for an unforgettable drive-through family-friendly light show. Enjoy the twinkling lights, visit with Santa, go ice skating, and more. Tickets on sale now at oxfordlights.com.
I got back my smack talk touchdown hole-in-one three-point home run hat trick pavement pounding record-setting goal across the finish line. Because Core didn't give up, I didn't give up. And I certainly didn't give in. I'm gonna get back to doing what I love. I'm gonna get back to winning.
Things a little bumpy in your driveway? Ox Foundation Solutions has the expertise and the know-how to repair cracks, wet basements and crawl spaces, and uneven floors in your home. It's time to get strong. oxstrong.com.
And welcome back to Lamar Field at Oxford High School. There you see our halftime score. Central-Phenix City out of Class 7A, the number 2 team in 7A Region 7 this season. And the Oxford Yellow Jackets with 3 points on the scoreboard at halftime. Oxford, the defending 6A state champions, coming into this game averaging 47 points a game, but they have been held to just a Nicholas Gutierrez field goal here in this first half. And coach, for Central-Phenix City, these two young men, Miles and his receiver number 2, hooking up for a couple of touchdown catches, Carmelo English. And here we see Oxford driving and Trey Higgins losing the football, and Central-Phenix City able to eventually pounce on this one.
Yeah, big sack by Drew Anthony, the central middle linebacker, in a third and short yardage. Lightning will strike. A long touchdown pass to Carmelo English from Trey Miles.
And the big interception here by Rodriguez Elston when Central-Phenix City was looking to possibly go up 21-0. This really changed the momentum.
And that young man right there, number 96, Tamaris Parker, had a big half. There's going to be a face mask at the end of that, and it's going to put Oxford on the board as the field goal is good. This will be the another long run in the first half. McKay with a run, but another turnover. But Oxford cannot answer, and probably the play of the night, just a spectacular catch right there.
We'll take a break, come back. Second half action from Lamar Field is coming your way on the WOTM AHSAA Game of the Week.
Hot under the collar because your basement is full of water? Call a local company you can trust. Ox Foundation Solutions. We use the most advanced water management system to stop water from invading your basement for good. Things feeling a little uneven at home? Ox Foundation Solutions will fix your uneven concrete sidewalk, driveway, or basement in no time. Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Since 1848, First Bank of Alabama has been dedicated to our customers and excellence in all areas. With constant improvements to our facilities, to adding new products and services to better serve you, our team is fully engaged in all the communities we serve. First Bank of Alabama knows that time is money, so we offer hometown services with advanced technology that allows you to bank on your own schedule. We want to be your community bank, so stop by. Come see us at First Bank of Alabama, where you're always first.
I got back my smack talk touchdown hole-in-one three-point home run, hat trick pavement pounding record-setting goal across the finish line. Because Core didn't give up, I didn't give up, and I certainly didn't give in. I'm gonna get back to doing what I love. I'm gonna get back to winning.
And awaiting the start of the second half here between Oxford and Central-Phenix City, two playoff-bound teams squaring off in as good a non-region matchup as you'll see in the entire state tonight. Central-Phenix City coming into the game with a 6-3 mark. Oxford 8-1. Their only loss to 7A powerhouse Thompson in week 1 of the 2020 season. I think Coach Oxford obviously not going to be happy with where they stand here at halftime, but all things considered, especially with the way Central-Phenix City has been able to pressure Trey Higgins, the score could be even more in favor of Central-Phenix City without those two big turnovers.
Well, and that's really been the story of the night. I mean, this is an Oxford offense that really has moved the ball and scored on anybody they've played.
In Alabama, school spirit is
in out of class, whatever, and they've been held to 3 points. And if it hadn't been for a face mask penalty that set up the field goal, they wouldn't have had that. They would have been shut out in the first half. And it's been a tough half for that young man right there, Trey Higgins, the all-everything quarterback for Oxford. He's been harassed pretty regularly. And I think that's really the story of the game, is that the Red Devil defensive front has really been able to be a force and has upset the rhythm of the Oxford offense.
You and I were talking off air while Gerhard was doing his report at halftime. You know, some people might look at this game and say, why do you play this type of team, this type of competitive game right before you start the playoffs? But when you look at Oxford's schedule, they had two really challenging games to start the season. They lose to 7A Thompson in week 1. They barely beat Pleasant Grove, a 5A powerhouse, in week 2. Then after that, Coach, they really haven't been challenged. I guess the closest margin they've had in that run was a 42-14 win over Arab on October the 8th. So I guess in a way this is a good tune-up for Oxford, considering the region schedule just didn't match up to their non-region schedule whatsoever.
Yeah, and it could be that Coach Etheridge, and remember, this is a guy that's won 5 state championships. He may have thought that this was the shot they needed going into the playoffs.
We'll take one more break, and when we come back, we'll kick off the second half between the Red Devils and the Yellow Jackets here on the WOTM Game of the Week.
Funny to say that Tony said for a Silacaru.
Keep more cash for back to school with 0% APR financing for up to 72 months and up to $13,000 off MSRP on new Ford trucks. Plus, we've got guaranteed credit approval and up to $4,000 over KBB value for your trade when you upgrade to a new Ford.
The right people, a better customer experience, and nobody beats our bottom line price. Nobody.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
And we're back at Lamar Field at Oxford High School. And there you see junior quarterback Caleb Nix, who has not had much of an impact here in the first half. He started the game, but then Trey Miles came in and was so effective in leading the team down to back-to-back scores. And then, of course, Nix came in and had the interception and the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. But he is... I'm sure they'll try to get him a little more involved here in the second half. He definitely brings a dynamic to this game as well. But obviously Trey Miles has done a great job here in the first half.
Yeah, he really has. He ran the ball effectively, of course, threw the deep ball for the touchdown. And if we have this right, Oxford will get the ball first to start the half. But I think it's going to be very important. You know, they always say the first 5 minutes of each half and the last 5 minutes of each half are the most important parts of the game. I think this is doubly true for the Oxford Yellow Jackets. In this game, these first 5 minutes are going to be crucial. They need to try to flip the script on this game and get Mr. Momentum measured for a black jersey.
And as a coach, you've been in that locker room making adjustments. You've done it many, many, many times. But you think Oxford had a discussion about maybe providing a little help against Tamarian Parker, the defensive end, who just made a living in the backfield pressuring Trey Higgins tonight?
Yeah, no, I think so. I mean, I guarantee you they didn't take pizza orders at that time. I can tell you that. They encouraged their guys to play a little harder and play a little better. And
hey, we didn't either. We should have thought of that.
I don't know, that key lime pie that I had right before the game is sitting pretty well right now.
And Oxford will indeed get the ball to start the second half. The first Bank of Alabama kickoff is a deep one, fielded by Traquan Fagans. And he comes back, goes all the way back across the field, reverses field again, flag flies, which often you see with a long developing return like this. So this most likely is going to be a penalty against Oxford.
That was a great kick. It really pinned Oxford. You always try to put that kick between the hash and the numbers, and that's exactly what happened. Fagans tried to outrun the coverage to the wide side of the field, was able to cut back, but as you said, when he did, probably somebody got a block in the back, and we'll see what this one's for.
Well, we start the second half the way we started the first half.
Yes, it is. That's right.
Ron Burgess, give us the call.
And that's not the way the Yellow Jackets wanted to start this half. That's going to put them deep in their own territory.
I tell you, this is an offense that is just in need of a spark. They just have not really been able to crack the code of this Central-Phenix City defense, but they're going to get aided here by a offsides penalty against the Red Devils.
Yeah, that time Jerome Bradley, the defensive end, was a little bit quick. He wanted to start the second half a little bit faster than everybody else. And the result is it's now 1st and 5 instead of 1st and 10 for the Oxford Yellow Jackets.
Higgins gives it to his tailback. That is Keyshawn Siasi. Short game, but it'll set up a 2nd and short after the drive started with a 1st and 5.
Didn't see a lot of that in the first half. Siasi was pretty silent. Didn't get the ball much.
Second down and 2. Red Devils are going to jump off sides again.
You know, I've said that a lot this year, but I'll say it again. It's pretty interesting. I used to try to impart upon my players that in the whole history of football, there's been 0 plays that have started before the ball snapped. So that's a percentage you can pretty well bank on. You know, if you watch that ball as a defensive player and move when it moves, probably not going to jump offside. But so many times young defensive players want to play with their ears instead of with their eyes, and that'll get you in trouble.
Coach Nix's team has had several penalties tonight. Again, penalties you normally don't see this late in the season. pre-snap penalties just like you saw here to begin this stride. Again, great penetration up the middle and a sack of Trey Higgins. This time it's Jalen Robinson. I don't even think a lineman got a hand on him.
No, I tell you, Robinson, watch him right in the middle of your screen. He's untouched. They try to really pull the backside guard and pick him up, but he can't do anything except knock him into Higgins. Of course, Robinson has been a defensive leader for him all year. He had 9.5 tackles for losses coming into this game, and that now puts him in double figures.
Great play by number 1. They get pressure on Higgins again. Higgins has it not loose. It's loose on the ground and picked up by guess who? Tamarian Parker. And his night just gets better as he returns it for a touchdown.
Well, this is great pressure again. They brought both outside linebackers, forced Higgins to step up in the pocket, but again, a great job by the defensive interior of not over pursuing, of retracing their steps. When Higgins stepped up, they were there to meet him. Ball gets knocked loose, and Tamarian Parker, as you can see, comes hard off the edge. Now watch him retrace at the left side of your screen. The ball is knocked loose with a nice tackle inside. He's right there to pick it up, and he literally will dance in and through the end zone. Boy, what a start for the second half for the Phenix City Central Red Devils.
That is a couple of times tonight that Higgins has had the ball knocked loose, but Coach, in his defense, he has just been under duress this entire game.
Yeah, he really has. The Oxford offensive line has had a hard time with the speed of the Red Devil defensive front. I think Higgins would be the first to admit that ball was kind of down and away, and when he was hit, the ball knocked loose, and now that hill just got a little bit higher to climb.
And Noah Pell. He's 2 of 2 on extra points in the game. And make it 3 of 3. So Oxford got the second half kickoff. Jackets not only don't score, they turn it over. And Central-Phenix City gets a defensive touchdown here on this play to extend their lead to 21-3. We're back to Lamar Field after this timeout. Central-Phenix City in charge here at Lamar Field.
In Alabama, school spirit is in the air on Friday nights. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're giving our customers the opportunity to show their school spirit every day with our new Spirit debit card. We've designed a unique card for every Calhoun County school that includes the school's logo. So every time you use the card, you're showing your school spirit. Come in and get your school spirit debit card today. We've got spirit at F&M Bank. Service, solutions, and strength. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Falling to save at Tony Seda for Silicon.
Keep more cash for back to school with 0% APR financing for up to 72 months and up to $13,000 off MSRP on new Ford trucks. Plus, we've got guaranteed credit approval and up to $4,000 over KBB value for your trade when you upgrade to a new Ford.
The right people, a better customer experience, and nobody beats our bottom line price. Nobody.
And we are back at Lamar Field. A look at the Central-Phenix City sideline as they have to be pleased with the way this second half has started. A defensive touchdown to extend their lead to 21-3.
Want to mention, Mickey, that I think it was Marquavius Baker, the big nose guard, who had the sack and the strip that set up that score. I think that's who it was. Heck of a play, and boy, this half couldn't have started any better for the Red Devil sideline.
And by the way, also Oxford tackle Brandon Kirksey. I don't know if you noticed, Coach. He limped off the field a moment ago. Yep. So you mentioned this early in the game. This is a situation where both coaches. It's good competition to get you ready for the playoffs, but you obviously hope to get out of this thing without any significant injuries.
Yeah, you don't want to lose anybody ever, anytime, but especially going into the playoffs, you sure don't want to. And both these teams will be pretty beat up now. These are two very physical football teams.
And there you see Braxton Carr ready to kick it off.
He's got on 2 different color shoes.
Sure does.
The kickers, you got to love them.
Had a great kick a moment ago, and
Good one
kicks
here.
it right in the same spot.
That's
Fielded
right.
again by Traquan Fagans right at the goal line, and Fagans steps out of bounds at around the 27. A shot well after the play. Do we have a flag?
Well, we just got a lot of talk. I didn't see a flag.
Okay, maybe that was just clean play there. We'd like to welcome the CTV Beam viewers, SD channel 79 and HD channel 286 to the WOTM AHSAA statewide network. The best high school programming in the state of Alabama.
Well, maybe there was a late shot there as we're moving it up 15.
Another penalty against the Red Devils. And it gives Oxford great field position to start this drive at their own 42. And the Red Devils showing blitz. And now they back out of there. Hand off to Siasi. He spins his way out across the 45 to about the 47 to Marion Parker, who again is having just a fantastic night on defense in on the tackle.
Showed some range that time. He was the read end, the end that was being read by Higgins as to whether to keep or give the ball, and he forced the give and then fell back inside and made a nice play.
See Rock Taylor there at the bottom of your screen. He has
been pretty quiet tonight.
Quiet tonight, yeah. Higgins, again, I think he was trying to look Taylor's way, but there is that number 96 there again, Tamarion Parker, another play behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you mentioned now that there had been an injury that Kirksey had to come out, and it looked like Kyle Pilkington moved out to that tackle position. Pilkington's normally guarding. You're watching as the right tackle right here, and you can see just a great job of an upfield move, and then push aside with the inside hand, retrace, and yet another sack for Parker.
So third down and right at 10 yards to go for the Jackets. A huge play here for this Oxford offense. They really do not want to go 3 and out again after starting the second half with a turnover, and that's exactly what's going to happen as Trey Higgins is going to be stopped well short of the first down.
Yeah, that's Jamori Jones that that comes off his block and really comes from the backside to make that play. And Oxford is going to be stymied yet again. And again, I know we said it a bunch, but again, this is an offense that averages 47 points a game. And they've just been stymied by that very talented Phenix City Central Red Devil defensive front.
So despite the good field position, Jackets will go 3 and out. Low snap. And the punt will take a Jacket roll and will be down at the 24-yard line. So the Red Devils will come back out for their first offensive possession.
Very fortunate there. Number 8, Siraj Muhammad, came off of the left defensive end, and I thought he was going to block that kick. No one touched him. They're going to have to adjust their punt protection a little bit to take care of that young man, or he'll get one before the night's over.
So there you see junior Caleb Nix will start the game at quarterback here in the second half. McKay in the backfield with him. And McKay gets the call and is gang tackled after a gain of 2, maybe 3, as Oxford's D.D. Davis along with Shanad Whitfield combined to make the stop. Central Phenix City very successful running the football in that first half, and Coach, I would assume that would be part of their formula here in the second half to chew up a lot of that clock.
Well, I think it's been instrumental in their success, but they're not having near as much success on these first 2 plays as they had to start the ball game. That's 2 plays that basically get nothing. Just Deviante Irvin, the senior linebacker, that's right in the middle of all that right there. Does a little extolling of his teammates after the play.
Well, a very important third down here for this Oxford defense. 3rd and 7.
Yeah, a 3 and 8, a 3 and out would be just what the doctor ordered from the Oxford perspective right now.
Nix comes back left, and the play is well defended by the Jackets. Outstanding job by Traquan Fagans. He was not fooled on the play, stayed at home on the backside, and kept containment against Carmelo English, and English was really never able to get loose.
Yeah, the left tackle was supposed to pull and pick off that flat defender out there. You're going to see number 57 come out, try to pick off the corner, not able to get there, and not able to put it in another gear to get back either. It really just kind of becomes a spectator. And much more physical Oxford defense here, and that 3 and out is, again, exactly what Coach Etheridge was looking for from a defensive standpoint.
Pale into punt. And another short punt. And Oxford will have good field position again. It seems like we say that every time, but the Jackets have really not been able to take advantage. They get another crack at it here. Still plenty of time left in the game. 5:47 here in the 3rd quarter. And the Jackets still trail now 21-3. By the way, you can tune in every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Eastern for the Red Devil Review with Central-Phenix City head coach Patrick Nix, that you see there on your screen. First down for the Jackets. Siasi tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Another play in the backfield, this time made by Jerome Bradley, the senior defensive end.
Yeah, just beat his man, came straight upfield. A little inside stunt move, goes underneath the block, of the left tackle, Nate Robbins, and comes clean in the backfield, makes a nice play.
Negative play makes it 2nd down and 13. Higgins gets rid of it quickly. And good yardage after the catch this time for Rodriguez Elston. And it'll put the Jackets in a 3rd and short situation.
It's a nice job by Elston of making a man miss. He had a defender that headed him up at about the 3 or 4 yard gain mark, and he just gave him a little inside outside and ran right by him for an additional 5 yards. Big 3rd down right here.
Yes, it is. 3rd and 3 at the Red Devil 45. Higgins on the keep, and he will get the first down as he picks up 5 yards to the 40-yard line.
That's a nice run right there by Higgins. Phenix City Central is going to stun a linebacker outside and bring edge pressure. You see 2 unblocked guys off the edge, but good awareness by Higgins. He ducks up underneath the pressure, gets straight north and south, and picks up a very, very crucial first down.
An Amherst first down for the Oxford Yellow Jackets. They set up the screen, and it's not a lot of room for Higgins to find his intended receiver, which was Camden Etheridge.
You know, Mickey, you mentioned earlier that there's still plenty of time left in this game, and there is for sure. But this is a 3-score game right now with 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. That makes this drive real crucial for Oxford, because they don't want to go into the 4th quarter with this a 3-score game. If they can get this thing down to a 2-score game going into the 4th quarter, then they've got they've got house money to play with a little bit. 2nd
down, and the pass is complete. First down for the Jackets as Camden Etheridge able to come up with this one for the 12-yard gain.
Yeah, this is just going to be a little turn-in route by the inside receiver to that side. Etheridge gets behind the linebacker to that side. A nice job of reading it by Higgins and throwing the ball right in the hole. Good catch by that young man to pick up another first down.
Higgins not holding it long now, Coach. He's taking the snap, and the ball is leaving his hands. Here he goes deep, and it is thrown out of the end zone. Rock Taylor, the nearest receiver.
Yeah, he had Taylor right behind the corner, between the corner and the safety, but I really think the pressure, forced Higgins to throw that ball before the play had completely developed, and he had to kind of guess where everybody was going to be, and it's very hard to complete a pass under that kind of circumstance.
So 2nd down and 10. Britt on the fake. Higgins keeps right up the middle and is cut down after a gain of about 7 is Jalen Robinson credited with the tackle. So it's going to be a 3rd down and short for the Jackets.
Pretty good pop right there. And a quarterback keep off the speed sweep look again, and a big tackle holding that thing to third and 6.
Pressure coming right up the middle. Good play call as Taylor's got it, and he's got the 1st down to the 9-yard line. A flag came in, though, so we'll have to check the penalty.
That's almost always a hold when you see a flag that comes in the middle of a formation like that. I thought I did see a hand reach out and grab a white jersey, but we'll see.
And Coach, they finally get Rock Taylor involved, and it looks like this is indeed coming back due to holding.
Yeah, it's just a quick screen out there. You see what Taylor can do. Been really silent tonight. Boy, this is a tough penalty if in fact it is a hold, and it is. Yeah, from an Oxford perspective, that's a potential drive killer. But great teams have a way of overcoming these things. There you see the hand on the jersey right there. Probably a few liberties taken with hands on cloth.
Drew Anthony was coming right up the middle. So 3rd and long, Oxford goes for the home run. Rock Taylor's got it, and he's in for the touchdown.
Well, sometimes you just got to go to your big guy, and this is why this young man is so heavily recruited. This is really a great catch. He made it look easy. He's right in between 2 defenders. There's plenty of heat around him. A well-thrown ball drops it right in there. Does Higgins, and great concentration. And boy, what a big play for Oxford at a time when they really needed it. They go for 2 here. We'll see. This is just straight fade, right? And you can see the defender's not in bad shape right there. But great concentration by Taylor. Is not aware of the safety at all. Looks the ball in, and does what great players do.
How many receivers make that catch and then have the thought to just knock the safety down after the catch?
Well, there may be a lot of them have the thought, but not many of them have the ability to do that.
The 2-point play defended well here by Central-Phenix City, but still, maybe this will be the spark that gets the Jackets going, because still a lot of time, still 2:51 left here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and I'm kind of wondering why you go for 2 in that situation. And it's still now, of course, it's a two touchdown game right now. As we look at here again at the takeoff route for the score.
We'll take it to break. Oxford getting the spark they need as the Jackets pull to within 12 late 3rd quarter.
I got back my smack talk touchdown, hole-in-one, 3-point home run, hat trick, pavement pounding, record-setting goal across the finish line. Because Core didn't give up, I didn't give up, and I certainly didn't give in. I'm gonna get back to doing what I love. I'm gonna get back to winning.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. Tune in to WOTM every Friday night at 7 for the AHSAA Game of the Week during the state playoffs. WOTM available to every cable TV provider in the state. If WOTM is not currently a part of your provider's lineup, call and request that they add WOTM. Friday, November 6th, the 3rd-ranked Hewitt-Trussville Huskies travel to Madison to take on the 10th-ranked James Clemens Jets live on WOTM. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the football Super 7, basketball, baseball, and softball championships.
And we're back at Lamar Field. Oxford getting the big play from their big play receiver as Rock Taylor comes down with a touchdown pass from Trey Higgins. They cannot convert on the 2-point play, so it is a 12-point game, 21-9 with 2:51 still to play here in the 3rd quarter. Now, if you're Central-Phenix City, Coach, this kind of puts a little bit of pressure back on you because you can't just come out and just run the ball 3 times and punt it right back to this offense.
No, but I think from a Central standpoint, you want to tell you guys, hey, let's just keep playing. We're going to mix the run and the pass and do what we do and go down and get us another score. That may not be the last time you see the hands in number 4's. See the ball in number 4's hands again.
And it will be interesting to see who comes out at quarterback, because this team tonight, at least in this game, is really, they've only moved the football when number 8 has been in there, quarterback Trey Miles. Short kick, mishandled, and it's loose. Who's got it? Boy, this will be a huge break for the Jackets if they come up with it, and they did. Wow.
That ball in that in-between area is such a tough play to make. If you're the deep guy there, you've got to come up and you've got to make that play. Can't hesitate at all. You can see, you know, when you catch a kickoff, you got to sprint to the spot you think the ball is going to come down, where you can settle under it. But you can see that unfortunately, right there, he tries to drift to the ball with his hands in place too long, tries to catch it on the run, and that's just a very, very tough catch. Now we got a couple double numbers right here. I think that was probably Dante Keys that tried to come up with it and could not do it.
Oxford in business. First down give, not much running room at all that time, as number 8 on the carry, Rodriguez Elston. Short gain of a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9, but what the Jackets could punch this one in, you talk about it, a new ball game.
You know, the speed of the game is always a major factor as to who wins, and for the whole night, it's been dictated by the boys in the white shirts. But it looks to me like Oxford's got a little more giddy up in their step right now.
Higgins with time, throws deep toward the end zone. And it's caught, but out of the end zone as Warren Britt made the catch, but again, pass led him out of the end zone.
Yeah, had plenty of distance between himself and the cornerback, and good job of closing by the corner, but nevertheless still beat, but just ran out of real estate.
So that'll be 3rd down and 9 for Oxford. Jackets clearly, though, in 4-down territory here at this point on the field and at this point in the game.
Taylor at the top of your screen again. Single receiver to that side, one-on-one coverage.
Higgins comes this way. Britt's got it, spins out of one would-be tackle, and advances the football forward for a 1st down. Great individual effort there by the senior, Warren Britt.
Yeah, ran a little combination route. He was the inside receiver working outside when he got that ball. Showed nice awareness, good escapability, and picks up a nice gain.
As we see Oxford in the Sarah Automotive red zone now. Tony Sarah Ford, Sarah Nissan, Sarah Honda, thanks to GM Don Wood, located at 280 on Highway 280 in Sylacauga. You can just kind of sense a little pep in the step of the Oxford offense now, as Trey Higgins keeps it himself on 1st down and gets down to about the 12-yard line.
Yeah, again, ran that quarterback keeper off a speed sweep look. You can tell that the Phenix City defense has worked on that play. That's a bread and butter for Oxford, and they've done a good job for the most part of taking that play away tonight. Still picked up a good 3, 4, 5 yards.
As we near the 1-minute mark of the 3rd quarter, Central-Phenix City started off the 2nd half with a defensive score to go up 21-3, but now Oxford's kind of grabbed the momentum back. And here the short gain here on this play.
Yeah, Central blitzed their middle linebacker, and I thought that tunnel screen was going to go for a long distance, but those big guys up front read it. Retraced their steps, did a nice job of playing that tunnel screen from front to back, and held it to a minimal gain. Really been impressed by the techniques, and the defensive front for Phenix City Central is just well coached.
So a 3rd down and 8 now for the Jackets. Here comes Parker. Higgins able to spin out of the way that time, though. Now he reverses field, looking for somebody, goes to the end zone. It's caught, feet down, touchdown. Unbelievable play by Trey Higgins, just getting away from Tamarian Parker and finding Warren Britt in the back of the end zone.
Well, you might see a more exciting, more fun play than this in a high school football game, but I doubt it. This has a little bit of everything. You see the ability of Higgins, great job of escapability, great arm strength, finds the open guy, and what a tap dance on the back sideline by the receiver.
And Gutierrez connects on the extra point. So back-to-back touchdowns here late in the third quarter. And Coach, we got us a new ball game heading into the fourth quarter. Don't go away. The defending 6A state champs have come alive here now. And they have some momentum on their side. It is a one-score game as we head to the fourth quarter. Remarkable play here by the Jackets.
That's a great job by Britt of knowing where that sideline is, high pointing the ball, keeping those feet right where they're supposed to be, and he's in. Oh, what a great play. What a great series. What a great game.
Uneven floors got you rolling? Ox Foundation Solutions has the expertise and the know-how to repair cracks, wet basements and crawl spaces, and uneven floors in your home. It's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Since 1848, First Bank of Alabama has been dedicated to our customers and excellence in all areas. With constant improvements to our facilities, to adding new products and services to better serve you, our team is fully engaged in all the communities we serve. First Bank of Alabama knows that time is money, so we offer hometown services with advanced technology that allows you to bank on your own schedule. We want to be your community bank, so stop by. Come see us at First Bank of Alabama, where you're always first.
Find your place. Find your joy. Find your peace of mind. At ERA King Real Estate, we believe that buying the right home is a critical component to happiness and stability in life. Our mission is to guide you through one of the largest, most important decisions of your life. And we know that buying a house is about more than just checking things off your list. It's about finding your future. Find your future at eraking.com.
And we're back at Lamar Field in Oxford. Coach Patrick Nix has seen his 21-3 lead evaporate here.
And probably a good thing right now that he's got that mask on, because this is crunch time right here. And with great teams, sometimes all it takes is a spark. And of course, Phenix City Central still has the lead. Obviously, this is a crucial series right here.
And a kick out of bounds, so a penalty will come here, and it'll give Central-Phenix City very good field position to begin what will be a really key drive for them, because you get the feeling if they go 3 and out and Oxford gets the ball back, Jackets could take the lead for the first time. Here we see the big mistake on the kickoff, the previous kickoff, where Oxford came up with the ball, and then Trey Higgins just spinning out of the tackle of Tamarian Parker. First time he's really won in that one-on-one duel, and then he has the presence of mind, Coach, to find Britt in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, and really to spin out of the move of the initial tackle was really something, a tremendous athletic move. And then after all that running around to get that ball downfield about 50 yards on the money, and then of course the high wire act that Britt did on the back end line, just really, like I said, I don't know if you ever see a more exciting high school play.
Trey Miles is back in there at quarterback, and I don't know, it looked like Miles had room to run, but he just stopped.
Yeah,
Lots of confusion there.
I don't know, was there like a radar zone there that, what do they call it, protective shield? Because look, he just stopped. I mean, he runs the option right. You can see he's got plenty of room to run and pick up some yardage. But great closing speed right there by Oxford.
2nd down and 8. Here's to give to McKay, and I tell you, the Oxford defense is now, they're energized by the play of their offense. Now it's all of a sudden, Coach, it is 3rd and long, and the Jacket defense with a real opportunity here to get off the field.
Well, and I talked about the speed of the game earlier. I mean, again, the black shirts are playing faster and harder than the white shirts right now. And it's just, I mean, football is a very physical game, but the most important part of it, I think, is played from the eyes up. You know, you are what you think you are, and right now, momentum is wearing that black jersey.
Third
Big
and
third
8.
down.
Miles will take off, and this is the element he brings to their team. And what a huge play for Central-Phenix City.
Well, this is a great job of recognizing the rush, and I don't know how he saw the backside opening, but he pulls that thing down. Not only does he have the speed and wherewithal, watch him sense that right there, pull it down right here, but now watch him, once he knows he has the first down, watch him take care of that football. Keeps it high and tight, both hands on the ball at the end. It's just a great play when his team really needed it.
And I'm going to give a tip of the cap to Nathan Bishop, offensive lineman, made a great pickup there. A great block that gave Miles the opportunity to make that run. And here is McKay on a good first down run of 6 yards up to the down to the Oxford 34. So, well, I tell you, that element that Miles brings to the game and has brought to this game in particular, keep this drive alive and try to keep giving that football back to that red-hot Oxford offense.
That's a really nice slashing run by Joseph McKay that time, and I can tell you that Patrick Nix would love to see plenty of those 6-yard runs on first down. Whoops.
Miles goes back and falls on it. I'm not sure if the snap was wide or if he just took his eyes off of it, but regardless, it is a huge mistake.
Yeah, I think the snap was a little bit wide, but I really think that I'm not sure Miles is quite ready for it. No, that ball is down and away, and he just can't handle it. Snap didn't look like it was just absolutely horrible, but it, you know, sometimes that area between the knees and the waist is kind of that in-between area. And sometimes you handcuff yourself trying to get your hands in just the proper way. And that time, as good an athlete as Miles is, he just couldn't hem it up.
3rd and 17. Miles steps up, turns the corner, and now will run, and will run out of bounds well short of the first down.
But he avoided the sack, which could be important. You know, he's going to add about 10 yards to the punt if they choose to punt it right here, as opposed to maybe losing about 8 or 9 yards.
And another penalty.
Looks like we got another flag, but probably a hold with all the scrambling around.
Huge amount of penalties in this game against Coach Nix's team. You have the turnovers, the miscue on special teams, the penalties. It's amazing that not only are they in the game, they've, up until late third quarter, they dominated the game.
Yeah, absolutely. But you can see the look of concern right here, and see some maybe out here on the edge. Hard to see any of the holes right here, but trying to get some yardage. But the penalty is going to put them in deep trouble.
And without the penalty, they would have had a chance to really have good field position, but with a good punt, instead Miles is going to run it out of bounds on 3rd and 29 to pick up some positive yardage.
Yeah, Oxford dropped into coverage that time, and really there's nowhere to go with it. He just pick up 6, 7, 8 yards, which you can add to this punt, but not near enough for a first down.
You got to watch the snap. There's been some high ones here. This one actually comes in low to Noah Pell. And Coach, another short punt, but this one does take a little bit of a Red Devil roll inside the 25. So Oxford is going to get it back. First down at their own 24. And the Jackets with an opportunity, if they take it down and score, take their first lead of the game.
It'll be interesting to see who rises to the occasion. You know, sometimes you fight so hard to get back into a game that you don't have a lot left in your tank. But I don't know. Oxford's got a pretty good little spring in their step right here. We'll see.
Britt sprints out to the left. Higgins Gets it to Taylor. And Taylor able to get around the corner and steps out of bounds after a nice gain up to about the 32-yard line.
Yeah, Phoenix City defender had beaten the block to the inside and had Taylor dead to right in his gun sights, and he just ran away from him.
I think Oxford's made a concerted effort in this second half to have Higgins get the ball out of his hands quickly, and it has really made a difference here in this second half for this offense. Another quick pass to Taylor. It's hard to go wrong with that play, Coach.
I tell you what, he's a big, strong guy, and I tell you, when you hit him, he goes forward. I mean, after contact was made, he gained an additional 4 yards after contact. Just a little quick screen to the outside. Pretty good pursuit by Phoenix City, but, I mean, shoot, he just runs right through the tackles and, again, picks up 4 yards after the first contact.
It's like a long handoff. Another first down. Jackets out to the 41. And nice, nifty running here by Fagans. And so the Jackets really now after just being stymied for the better part of 3 quarters now, Coach, it's like anything they dial up now is working for positive yardage.
You know, it's all mental once you get to that point. And it's really a nice job that time of it's supposed to be in the inside zone, but he does a great job of bouncing that thing outside, shows good speed once he gets to the outside, and picks up a nice gain.
Fagans remaining in there at tailback. Comes in motion, takes the handoff, and tackled from behind by the Red Devils' Joshua Lee, the 6'1", 190-pound sophomore. Gain of about 3 that time for the Jackets.
You know, in the art of war, what is the saying? The mental is to the physical as 2 is to 1. And that's, I don't know about the art of war, but the art of football, that's very true.
2nd down and 7. Higgins. Pass is caught. Another nice grab there by Camden Etheridge on the Oxford sideline.
Yeah, we were blocked a little bit there from the guys on the sideline, but it sure looked like he went down and got one that was a pretty spectacular catch.
Third down and 1 for the Jackets at the Central-Phenix City 37-yard line. Higgins will keep it. Runs into a wall. Number 91, Jamari Jones, all 290 pounds of him. He won that battle.
You hear that phrase a lot, Mickey. Ran into a wall, but you call that exactly right. That is exactly what happened. I mean, he hit Jones and he never moved. It was like hitting a brick.
And Trey Higgins is a pretty big quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
6'4", 200 pounds.
Yep.
Came to a dead stop. So 4th down, Jackets will go for it.
I'd be surprised to see him take that and go straight ahead.
0 for 1 on 4th downs in the game so far, and now we've got a stoppage of play before the snap. I think Oxford called a timeout.
There's going to be a little belly play.
We'll take the timeout as well. 6:08 remaining here in the 4th quarter, setting up for a good finish here in Oxford.
In Alabama, school spirit is in the air on Friday nights. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're giving our customers the opportunity to show their school spirit every day with our new Spirit debit card. We've designed a unique card for every Calhoun County school that includes the school's logo. So every time you use the card, you're showing your school spirit. Come in and get your school spirit debit card today. We've got spirit at F&M Bank. Service, solutions, and strength. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Falling to save us at a Honda Silicon.
Save all month long with new 2020 Honda Civics from $21,300 or just $294 a month, or rates as low as 0.9% APR financing for up to 60 months. That's right, Honda Civics from $21,300 or just $294 a month. Plus, get up to $4,000 over Kelley Blue Book value on your trade when you upgrade to a new Honda.
The right people, a better customer experience, and nobody beats our bottom line price. Nobody.
And back to Lamar Field in Oxford. 6:08 to play here in the fourth quarter. A game originally scheduled for Thursday night. Of course, with the hurricane moving in, the game moved to tonight, and it has lived up to its billing. And speaking of great games, it is playoff time beginning next week. And there you see our first round playoff game here on WOTM coming your way next Friday night. Fourth down. Higgins steps back. And we'll hand it off to Fagans, and he should have the first down.
Yeah, they ran off tackle from that power set. A little bubble right in what's called the D gap, right between the tackle and the next man to the outside. They hit it. Pretty good push after contact, too. Picks up a big first down. Pretty good initial hit right there, but watch the pile roll forward. Good job of driving his feet, get some help from his teammates. Some of them are cheerleading, but...
So new set of downs for the Jackets, an Amherst first down. Higgins goes up top, and it is incomplete. Boy, Britt had a step on the defensive back that time, Nathan Carpenter, but the pass a little off the mark.
Yeah, well, they'd run that screen out of that no-back set about 3 or 4 times tonight. That time it was the screen and go. Britt faked the block and went right down the sideline. He was open, but it looked like that Higgins tried to pump and didn't really get completely reset, and the ball was underthrown. Pretty well defended, too, by the safety to that side, I should add.
Second down and 10. Clock stopped on the incompletion. 5:36 to play, fourth quarter. Higgins on the keep, and he advances the ball forward for a good gain. He was tackled from behind by Drew Anthony, but it's going to set up a third down and short here for the Yellow Jackets, as the football will be spotted just inside the Red Devil 30-yard line.
I really think Oxford was very fortunate that he didn't get a penalty there. I didn't think the running back was set before the motion started, but the officials saw it differently, and that's what counts. And here's this big third down and 3.
And flag on the play.
I think somebody lined up offside.
Another just undisciplined penalty here against Central-Phenix City.
I'm not sure Coach Nix agrees with that one. He's having a pretty candid conversation with the official over on that sideline.
And that will move the chains by way of penalty. So first down, Jackets at the 25. Higgins on the keeper. And picks up a couple of yards, maybe 3, as he runs into big Jamari Jones along with Marquavius Baker.
Yeah, again, the quarterback keep off the speed sweep right there, but the Phoenix City interior ready for that. Win the battle inside and just really know where to go with the football for Higgins. Kind of getting down to crunch time here, aren't we, Mickey? 4:18 and counting.
Well, Oxford using a lot of clock here, but plenty of time for the Jackets. Again, they haven't led tonight. If they're able to punch it in the end zone, it would be their first lead of the game. Here's the pitch to Britt, reverses field, and a great job there by a man who's just had an incredible game tonight. Tamarian Parker, because, Coach, if we see the replay here, if Britt, who definitely has nifty feet, if he's able to get around Parker, he's probably gone.
Well, if you're the contained guy, your job is to get as deep as the upfield shoulder. And you can see that's exactly what Parker does right there. And when Britt tries to reverse his field, he has leverage. He keeps his feet moving. And really just a great play, double pass.
Back to Higgins. And Higgins did a lot of that on his own. Central-Phenix City had a chance to tackle him for no gain, but Higgins picking up some positive yardage down to the 23.
I really think that ball was designed first to go downfield on the double pass.
You can see this ball's thrown backwards, nothing there, so the ball goes back over here to Higgins. He does a nice job of avoiding the first tackle. Pretty good open field tackle right there by Damian Thorpe.
You know, Britt really couldn't look downfield because number 96 was there in his way.
Boy, he has been all over this field.
So 4th down and 8.
Well, let's see, 4th and 8, game on the line. That's your basic call, huh? What are you calling here, Mickey? You see the guy on the left of your screen right there, number 4?
Number 4's. I think that would be a good guess here on 4th and 8. The Jackets will talk it over during the timeout. We'll take the break, come back and see what Oxford does on 4th and 8 as we continue with the WOTM Game of the Week.
This holiday season, visit Festival of Lights in Oxford, Alabama for an unforgettable drive-through family-friendly light show. Enjoy the twinkling lights, visit with Santa, go ice skating, and more. Tickets on sale now at oxfordlights.com.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
This holiday season, visit Festival of Lights in Oxford, Alabama for an unforgettable drive-through family-friendly light show. Enjoy the twinkling lights, visit with Santa, go ice skating, and more. Tickets on sale now at oxfordlights.com.
And there we see the Oxford offense getting ready to come back on the field on 4th down and 8.
You know, this is one of those moments that makes football the game that it is. Both teams have played so hard. You say, well, there's nothing at stake. You know, it's not a region game on that. There's plenty at stake here with regard to pride and all this. And let's see what Oxford comes up with. Keep in mind, Taylor is a single receiver to the left side of your screen. Got another stoppage. And another timeout.
Central-Phenix City sees the alignment, which was basically a spread look, and they call timeout. And while we have the timeout, we'll take this opportunity to remind you as we head toward the playoffs, WOTM is your exclusive TV home for the AHSAA championship events, including playoff matchups every week, leading all the way up to the Super 7 state championships. And also on WOTM and the AHSAA network stations, including TV24, you can see Overtime with Gerhard Mathangani and John Holder. It comes your way every Monday through Wednesday from 9 p.m. until 10 p.m. as they break down high school sports, college sports, and everything relevant to sports in the state of Alabama. That is Overtime, Monday through Wednesdays from 9 to 10 with your host, Gerhard Mathangani. So, Coach, obviously both teams know how big a play this is. And Central-Phenix City getting a look at how Oxford lined up on the previous play, and they call timeout to talk things over.
Well, I really believe that the key here is Phoenix City's front going to yet again get to that young man? The great Trey Higgins, the quarterback for Oxford.
Look out for number 96. Higgins back to throw. Goes over the middle, receivers got it, touchdown! Incredible catch by Camden Etheridge, and he held on to the football with the defender trying to knock it out of there.
Well, he runs a post route right to the middle of the field, and you can see how clean the pocket was. You know, Higgins was able to throw in rhythm right there through a beautiful ball, and what a nice catch right here by Etheridge. Did you see the, you know, really, it's really just a drive route right down the middle of the field. Had him one-on-one with Tharp. Gets a step on him and hauls that thing in. Great concentration and real key, great protection up front. That time, a clean pocket, no harassment at all for Higgins, and he puts the ball right on the money. And for the first time tonight, the Oxford Yellow Jackets are in the lead.
It comes with 2:35 to play. And, you know, you mentioned Tharp was in coverage one-on-one. He basically forced Higgins and Etheridge to basically be perfect on that play.
No, he was not in bad shape right there, but the ball was perfectly thrown and great concentration by Etheridge to pull it in. But again, I want to stress again how clean the pocket was. I mean, for one of the few times tonight, there was not a white shirt close to Higgins. He was able to plant his feet and throw in rhythm.
So I'm assuming a 2-point play is on the way here, Coach.
Yeah, you would think so. One really doesn't do him a bit of good. A 2-point play obviously makes it a 3-point game where a field goal can't beat you.
I'd like to remind you that Sarah Automotive, a proud sponsor of the WOTM Game of the Week. Tony Sarah Ford, Sarah Nissan, Sarah Honda. I'd like to thank General Manager Don Wood, Sarah Automotive, located on Highway 280 in Sylacauga.
You know, I've been talking about getting a new car. Tommy and I have been talking about it, and my wife and I have.
Is she going to let you pick?
Well, I got 2 votes to get a car, but I'm not getting a car. So that has nothing to do with this game. I just thought I'd throw it out there. Here we go. 2-point play.
Let's see what the Jackets dial up here. Higgins fakes, and we've got a hold. It's not going to matter, though, because Higgins is able to find Jordan Dobbins. He had 2 receivers in the pattern over on that side of the field, and Oxford converts on the 2-point play, so it's a 3-point game now.
Well, that's a beautifully conceived play. You know, that's one of those classic great 2-point plays. It's a flood route. You got a guy flat, a guy over the middle, and a guy to the flag. And our flag guy, you can see, is going to be right in the upper left-hand side of your screen, sliding to the right side at the corner. Very well conceived and a nice throw and catch. And Oxford's up by 3.
Coach, you kind of had the feeling that Central-Phenix City had the opportunity to maybe put this game away a few times, to put enough distance between themselves and Oxford to where Oxford wouldn't be able to mount any kind of comeback. And if you let them hang around, boom, this could happen. And you just kind of felt it coming, and here we go. Oxford, their first lead of the entire game, coming at the 2.5 mark.
Yeah, I think, well, one of the stories of this game that we haven't really talked very much about is the Oxford defense. You know, Phenix City Central does not have an offensive score this half, and really didn't do much after the long touchdown pass, if my memory serves me correctly. And really, the Oxford defense, when their offense was struggling, really kept them in the game, to the point where they've been able to gain this lead now. But with 2:35 left, I mean, that's a lot of time for a drive. So this was a long way from being over, but obviously fortunes have definitely changed.
Central-Phenix City did use one of their timeouts before the 4th and 8 play a moment ago, so I think they're down to 2 now.
I think that is correct. Usually we have that on our board, but tonight we do not.
And we'd like to welcome our viewers on My 68 joining us with the conclusion of the Piedmont-Alexandria game as they join us now for bonus coverage of Central-Phenix City and Oxford. And if you're just joining us on My 68, we'll tell you, you see the score here, Oxford with a 24-21 lead. This game was dominated by Central-Phenix City for most of 3 quarters. They had a 21-3 lead midway through the 3rd quarter, and Oxford has scored 21 unanswered points to take their first lead of the night at 2:35 to play in the 4th quarter. Mickey Shaddricks and Coach Rick Rhodes joining you here now. And first Bank of Alabama kickoff here. After this kickoff, we'll go back and review some of the highlights for our viewers who are just tuning in. And a big shot on the kickoff there as Zion Morris is driven backwards by a host of Jackets. Great job there on kick coverage. And Coach, let's take a look back here. Here we see this was a big play as Rock Taylor, the big wide receiver, coming up with a touchdown catch from Higgins. And then right after that, costly turnover on the kickoff. And this exchange here late in the 3rd quarter totally changed the game. And check out this play here by Trey Higgins finding Warren Britt. And when I say in the back of the end zone, I mean Britt is literally holding his feet just inside the white line. Amazing play.
Yeah, and really from Taylor's long touchdown catch, from then on, the game was never the same. And it seemed like every time that Oxford needed to make a play, they made one. And frankly, every time that Central needed to make a mistake, there was a mistake that was made, and the game really turned. But as you can see, there's still plenty of time, and let's see where this one goes.
2nd down and 2. Miles looking. Now moves to his left. Waving a receiver downfield, turns it loose and just throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, I wanted to throw a one-on-one route to the left side of your screen. As you look at it, nothing there at all. And as he has had to do a lot here in the second half, he's had to try to improvise on the run and just really know where to go with the football.
So 3rd down and 2 now coming up. The incompleted pass stops the clock with 2:11 to play. So obviously 4-down territory here as Central-Phenix City would have no choice but to go for it if they can't convert here on 3rd and 2. Trey Miles, a backup quarterback who's had a great game here tonight. Untroubled though, and he's going to be sacked behind the line of scrimmage. Just held the football too long as Oxford's D.D. Davis, the 6'2", 200-pound senior, celebrating after the huge play behind the line of scrimmage.
They run a little twist on the left side right here. They X the inside and the outside rushers, and there's some confusion there between the guard and tackle on that side, and just great effort by Davis. We talked about him earlier in the game. He gave up 200 pounds to the man over him, but he just kept playing football all night, and that time came up with the biggest defensive play of the night to this point.
So timeout on the field, 4th and 2. 2:03 to play. The Oxford defense coach is going to have an opportunity to shut the door on Central-Phenix City if they can come up with a stop right here.
Yeah, this is definitely a must convert situation for Central. Is that graphic correct? Is it 4th and 2? I thought it was a little bit longer than that.
You're right. It is after the
4th and 9. I think it's going to be 4th and 9, which, I mean, you would think they're going to have to try to put the ball in the air, and really, you know, there hasn't been a go-to guy since really in the first half. And, you know, English has 2 touchdown catches tonight, but he's been awfully silent since the first half. You almost wonder if they wouldn't be better off swinging the ball out of the backfield. The little option play that they ran earlier in the night was very successful. But just dropping back and throwing the football, they've had very little success since the early going right here. Nick's taken a long time trying to draw something up there on the sideline. Looks like he's got what he wants.
By the way, the big tight end, Trevon Woods, a big target at 6'4", number 88. You see him there on your screen. He is in the game.
Yeah, and of course he was that tremendous catch earlier in the game. He may very well be the go-to guy right here. We'll see.
Here we go, 4th and 9. Does Oxford come after him? They rush 4 and they get to him. Oh, Miles scrambles out of there somehow. Throws downfield, and it is caught by the aforementioned Trevon Woods.
Well, I tell you, Woods was running a post route over the middle, and he breaks it off and comes back to the sideline, and somehow, some way, Miles sees him. Now, it's very interesting here that Tavares Elston thought he had a sack. He's celebrating, and the play's still going on. And boy, what a dart! What a tremendous throw by Miles, and we're up and ready to play again.
1st down. Miles. And this one is dropped as it was intended again for Trevon Woods, but not a big deal there. It was a short route, so 2nd down and 10. But what a play by Trey Miles, staying alive, staying on his feet, giving Central-Phenix City some hope here.
Yeah, 149 left. They're going to have to get a chunk play here somewhere. They're going to have to get a 20-plus yard play somewhere in this drive, I think, to have a chance to get down and get the touchdown and take the lead. Now, of course, field goal will tie it.
Second down and 10. Miles looking, stepping up, gets it away, Zion Morris, good yardage after the catch, does a good job of running out of bounds, stopping the clock as he gets it just inside the Oxford 39-yard line with 1:39 to play.
Yeah, that time Oxford only brought 3, dropped 8 back in coverage. But you can see a great job by Miles of stepping up and a nice job by Morris of finding the void in the zone and sits down, gets big yardage after the catch, and then gets out of bounds.
Good protection, as you said, as Miles had an opportunity to go through all his checks and then get the ball to Zion Morris. Pass is incomplete, should have been caught. You mentioned a moment ago Carmelo English, who had the 2 big touchdown catches in the first half. This is the first time he's been targeted here in the second half, and he couldn't hold on to that one.
Yeah, that one was a little bit low and went right between his hands and cost him the completion. Now it does stop the clock, so not a complete loss. But to this point, Oxford is playing coverage all the way, rushing 3 and dropping 8.
There you see the big tight end at the bottom of your screen, Trevon Woods. 2nd down and 10. Miles passes away, and Woods has got it, but he can't break loose of the tackle of Delvin Fagans. Did a nice job of limiting that play. So it's going to be 3rd down. Clock moving at 1:21 and counting.
Yeah, Oxford is doing a good job of making Central throw the underneath stuff.
3rd and 5. Miles takes off. Going to have the 1st down and more. Miles still on his feet and gets out of bounds, stops the clock, takes a shot. May have been out of bounds. I don't think there was a flag thrown, but needless to say, just a tremendous play by Trey Miles, coach, to stay on his feet so he could get out of bounds.
Yeah, this is really a nice job right here. Watch that cut right there that gives him an extra 4, 5, 6 yards, and again gets out of bounds. What a great individual effort on his part right there. Tried to run some individual cuts there at the bottom of the screen, but very well defended. But again, when you play that underneath coverage and only rush 3, there's some lanes to run through. And as Miles has shown tonight, he can hurt you with his legs.
And the game that our viewers on My 68 are seeing from Trey Miles right now is the type of game he's played all night when he's been in there. And here he makes another big play as he's taken down from behind at the Oxford 5-yard line, and the legs of Trey Miles have got the Red Devils in a 1st and goal situation. And coach, still plenty of time on the clock, just under a minute to play.
Well, and again, when you rush only 3 or 4 and you drop everybody else in coverage, there are lanes to run through. And if you've got a guy that can pull it down and hurt you with their legs like Miles can do, sometimes those things can really, really hurt you. You kind of wonder if Oxford's not going to bring the house from here on out. And
switch at quarterback, coach, as Caleb Nix comes in the game. Interesting move here. I'm not sure if Miles was injured on the play. Nix going to throw, and the pass is incomplete. Trevon Woods, the intended receiver, the pass well behind him.
Yeah, it looked like ran a slant route to the inside, but the pass was thrown to the outside. Well, people are getting their money's worth, that's for sure.
So Miles has come right back in the game. 2nd and goal from the 5.
I'm thinking again of that little option play that they scored on earlier in the game. I wonder if that's in the bag of tricks somewhere.
Miles on the keep. He's got a. Oh, he had a chance, and he went down on his own. It looked like he either lost his footing or his leg gave out, but he had a great block on the perimeter, coach. He had a chance.
No, yeah, I don't know whether he tried to cut too soon, but it looked to me like, once he gets out here, it's going to be a foot race. Yeah, his feet just slide out from under him. We've seen a good bit of slippage tonight. I don't know what the issue is there.
He may have had a clear shot to the end zone had he stayed outside. Instead, it's 3rd and goal from the 7. Miles backing up and just throws it away. That play looked disjointed from the beginning, and Zion Morris is screaming that he was being held.
Yeah, they tried to run a running back screen, but very well diagnosed by Zion Morris, and just nowhere to go. Very well diagnosed, and Zion Morris had nowhere to go, and it looks like that Central is going to go for the field goal.
I think Coach Nix agrees with his player. Zion Morris claims he was being held on the play. So it's 4th and goal. It all comes down to this field goal attempt to try to tie the game. Noah Pell, a 24-yard attempt. It is good, and we are tied at 24 with 13.3 seconds left.
Pretty clutch series by Trey Miles right there, and pretty clutch kick right there to get us all back to where we started.
What a remarkable job by the Central-Phenix City offense to move the football all the way down the field. Trey Miles getting it done with some big plays, some clutch plays. We are headed to overtime, it looks like, here at Lamar Field, and we'll remind you, you can tune in every Monday through Wednesday for Overtime with Gerhard Mathangani and John Holder on Monday through Wednesdays from 9 to 10 on WOTM. I'm sure they'll be talking about all the great games from the final week of the regular season, and this one will be one of them. This game, we talked about in the beginning, Coach, the marquee value of this one with Central-Phenix City, Class 7A, Oxford, the defending state champions from Class 6A, a very unique matchup, non-region game, final week of the regular season, and this game has really almost been two different type games. It was one game for the better part of 3 quarters, and then it has really picked up in intensity here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, it really has. You know, momentum started out in a white shirt and then put on a black shirt, and then both teams picked up that momentum and they're trying to rip it in half. And it's really become a back and forth fight the way championship teams are supposed to play. And this 4th quarter has been very exciting. Now this kickoff is no gimme right here now. Great field position could give Oxford a chance to win this thing in regulation. You wonder if they may try to squib it. The danger of that is you could give the ball to Oxford in, right in the middle of the field. Sure don't want to kick the ball out of bounds either, which in one probably is another well-placed kick and great coverage.
There you see the Oxford return man waiting the kick from Braxton Carr as Fagans and Elston's awaiting the First Bank of Alabama kickoff. And here's the kick, high and deep. And it'll bounce into the end zone. Fagans will let it roll into the end zone. It's a touchback, so Oxford will have it with 13.3 seconds remaining in regulation.
It's a good kick, and it's going to back Oxford up. Conventional wisdom would tell you to be conservative, maybe take a knee and play for overtime. I'm not sure that when you have a quarterback like Oxford has, that conventional wisdom has much to do with it. So it'll be interesting to see how this 13.3 seconds plays out.
What a great comeback by Oxford, down 21-3 in that 3rd quarter. Jackets scored 21 unanswered, and then Central-Phenix City, with 2.5 to play, come back and put together a drive and kick the game-tying field goal. And Coach, we are headed to overtime in this one.
So it would appear. Well, why not, by gosh? We haven't had one this year, and I'd say this is a fitting end to the regular season, and man, what an exciting 4th quarter.
Coach Keith Etheridge has done a great job for Oxford coming in last season, leading his team to a state championship and putting his team in position here to a potential back-to-back run. Oxford did that back in 1988 and 1989. They'd love to do it here again this year. And there we see the first of 2 big touchdown plays between Miles and Carmelo English. And here is the second one, the deep ball, puts Central-Phenix City up 14-0. Here the ball knocked loose, and The defensive score here to Marion Parker, who has had a tremendous game tonight, able to get the defensive touchdown. That puts Central-Phenix City up 21-3 at that point. Then here was the beginning of the Oxford comeback. The big touchdown pass to Rock Taylor made it 21-9 after they missed the two-point try. They get the turnover on the kickoff. And then this is maybe the play of the year so far for Oxford. Trey Higgins escaping Parker that time, who had sacked him already 3 times in the game, and then had the presence of mind to find Britt in the back of the end zone. And to tell you, the game was on at that point as Oxford really seized the momentum. And then check out the great throw and catch there from Higgins to Camden Etheridge. And then here the game-tying field goal by Noah Pell as Central-Phenix City not ready to go home, Coach, with a loss in this one.
No, not at all. And I should mention that the thing that those highlights don't show is the magnificent job of Trey Miles in that last minute to lead that drive down, with his arm and with his feet. So got a great overtime to look forward to.
Special thanks to Ox Foundation Solutions. Thanks to Kevin Weber and their sponsorship of the WOTM Game of the Week. Ox Foundation Solutions.
Guess what? I'll talk about overtime, how it
Yes.
works. Ball goes on the 10-yard line. You get 4 downs to score. Most time, if you can't score in the first 3, you kick a field goal unless the yardage is short. If you win the toss, you want to play defense first so that you know what you have to do to win the ball game. If you are playing defense and you intercept a pass or recover a fumble, that's it for the offensive team's options. If you recover a fumble and run it in for a touchdown, or intercept a pass, run it in for a touchdown, game's over. So I don't think I messed that up too badly.
I think you summed it up pretty well. And here's a look at what Coach Rhodes was just speaking of.
Well, I like my version better, but this is the official version, so. Timeouts, the timeout is important. That gets you a look at it. And of course, at some point, the 2-point conversions come into play. But this isn't like the NFL where you play an extra quarter, or college football where you have some real estate. This is goal line offense against goal line defense.
Central-Phenix City coach Patrick Nix will have a busy weekend. The trip to Oxford tonight, of course, and then his son Bo his Auburn Tiger team will be taking on LSU tomorrow. But first things first is Central-Phenix City and Oxford having to head to overtime to decide this one.
And remember here, if you win the toss, you want to play defense, and it's a little critical.
Looks as though Oxford has won the toss, Coach, and has elected to go on defense.
And of course, if you lose the toss, well, you get to decide which end of the field that you want to play with. In high school, it's usually not as important as it is in college, because there usually are not end zone stands, but the wind can be a factor, or sometimes the layout of the stadium favors one direction or another.
And we'd like to remind you that you can tune in every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern for the Red Devil Review, featuring Central-Phenix City head coach Patrick Nix. I have a lot to talk about with this game here at Lamar Field in Oxford tonight. Neither team has played an overtime game so far this season. By the way, I don't think we've mentioned this tonight. This is only the 3rd meeting between these two teams in their school's history.
Yeah, I think they're
the
tied
series
up.
is tied at 1-1.
Yep.
So we're gonna break the tie here, and we're gonna break the series tie as well.
Yeah, and of course, these two programs have long and rich football traditions, and they've lived up to it tonight. A few last-minute directions. Really, two outstanding head coaches here tonight.
And before we get started with overtime, we'll remind you if WOTM is not part of your provider's channel lineup, you can call and request that they add WOTM and all the outstanding high school sports programming, such as this game tonight at Lamar Field in Oxford. Central-Phenix City with it. McKay's got it. First down carry. Hey, he's in the end zone. That didn't take long, Coach.
It sure didn't. It was, it was the read zone. Nice cutback by McKay, and I guess a block on the edge, and he's in the end zone, and life just got real interesting.
So McKay in for the F&M touchdown, and great blocking. This was kind of what we saw in the first half, Coach, is when Central-Phenix City really dominated the game with that offensive line in that running game.
Yeah, really so. And I tell you, I miscalled that play. That was a design counter play right there. It was a nice block, a lead block by Joseph to spring McKay into the end zone. Saw double pullers going back to the right. The action started to the left. McKay followed him beautifully in a well-designed play. Allows Central to draw first blood.
And the ever-important extra point. I tell you, Mr. Noah Pell, the senior, has had himself a perfect night as he's made every extra point he has attempted, and he also made that crucial 24-yard field goal that sent us to overtime. So Central-Phenix City gets the ball first. They score in one play. 31-24 now, Oxford's turn on offense.
I think that's the first time we've seen the counter play tonight, and it really fooled the Oxford defense, and now it's the Yellow Jackets' turn to respond.
And we need a football. And number 7's taking care of that for us. So it's Oxford's turn now. First and goal, essentially, from the 10. Higgins leaves it with Fagans. Not much room at all as he is going to be tackled for a loss. Big guy getting through there. Marquavius Baker's had a good game. He's a 6'2", 300-pound junior.
And in overtime, first down is such an important down. You can see the penetration, lots of white shirts unblocked, and a big hit, as you said, by Baker.
So second down and goal. As that play lost a couple of yards back to the 12. Higgins looking, feels the heat, and he's going to be sacked. Number 91, Jamari Jones. As that pocket collapsed quickly on Trey Higgins, and that's going to make it third and goal from back outside the 15.
Well, great pressure again, much like we saw earlier in the football game. And great closing by Jamari Jones. Beats the block inside, comes off it late, and is able to wrap up Higgins. And now it's a pretty tall order right here on this third down. You want to try to get as much of it as you can. You don't have to throw the ball into the end zone on fourth down to try to win the game.
2 downs to get there. Third down. Higgins goes over the middle. It is incomplete. It was intended for Rock Taylor. Coverage provided that time by senior Nathan Carpenter.
Yeah, ran a dig route by Taylor and a wheel route in behind it. Had some room in there, but the ball is thrown low and tough catch, and Taylor couldn't come up with it right here. And now it's fourth and goal, and the question is, do you throw it into the end zone, or you try to throw it underneath and run it in there, or this play could very well end up into the old scramble drill. We already saw what Higgins can do in a scramble situation.
So the Jackets talk it over here before this fourth down play. We'd like to welcome WEAC TV 24 and its viewers to the WOTM AHSAA network. Viewers in East Alabama, obviously watching one of their local teams, the Oxford Yellow Jackets here. Coach, they're in a tough spot here, fourth and goal from back outside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, and you think that from a Central perspective, you're probably just going to know where that goal line is and try to get good depth and keep everything in front of you and depend on a sure tackle to keep that ball out of the end zone.
And if you're Central-Phenix City, how do you play it defensively? Do you come after Higgins? Do you sit back and flood the area with coverage?
I really think that the better wisdom, because your front four has gotten some pressure on him, is to drop people extra deep, try to keep everything in front of you, deny anything into the end zone, and come up and make a sure tackle
to keep them out of the end zone.
And again, look out for number 96, defensive end Tamarian Parker. He has put a lot of heat on Trey Higgins in this game, and he is in there now.
Yeah, he's to the right of your screen, and the two-point stance up, and the matchup that he has right now is a very favorable one for him.
And we'll take a break. Timeout on the field. Huge 4th and goal play when we come back to Lamar Field in Oxford.
Since 1848, First Bank of Alabama has been dedicated to our customers and excellence in all areas. With constant improvements to our facilities, to adding new products and services to better serve you, our team is fully engaged in all the communities we serve. First Bank of Alabama knows that time is money, so we offer hometown services with advanced technology that allows you to bank on your own schedule. We want to be your community bank, so stop by. Come see us at First Bank of Alabama, where you're always first.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. Tune in to WOTM every Friday night at 7 for the AHSAA Game of the Week during the state playoffs. WOTM available to every cable TV provider in the state. If WOTM is not currently a part of your provider's lineup, call and request that they add WOTM. Friday, November 6th, the 3rd-ranked Hewitt-Trussville Huskies travel to Madison to take on the 10th-ranked James Clemens Jets live on WOTM. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the football Super 7, basketball, baseball, and softball championships.
And we are back. It all comes down to this in overtime. Oxford 4th and goal from their 21-yard line.
Doesn't look like Central is going to bring 4.
And here comes number 96. They don't get to him, but the pass is incomplete. No flag, and that'll be the ball game. Central-Phenix City has come into Oxford, and they have won the game in overtime.
But it looks like we've got some stoppage here.
We have had a lot of flags in this game, and I didn't see one, but evidently we have a flag here.
Haven't had a signal yet. Didn't see anything, but that doesn't mean anything either.
Get the call from Ron Burgess.
Roughing the passer. Will that give them a first? It does give them a first down.
Wow.
Well, huge break, and we live to play some more.
New life for the Yellow Jackets, and again, penalties have absolutely killed Central-Phenix City throughout this game. And that one takes the cake right there. The game was basically over. Instead, it's first down for Oxford at their 10-yard line.
Well, we'll just do it all over again.
Higgins looks, throws, and it is incomplete. Pass was intended for Warren Britt. So it'll be second down and goal for the Jackets.
Again, you got to think that that Rock Taylor, number 4, the Tennessee commit, is going to figure in this somewhere. And certainly that young man right there, Trey, he got his will.
Higgins, pressure right in his face, steps out of the pocket, and he's going to be sacked back at the 25-yard line. Drew Anthony got to him, but I believe it was number 96 again, Tamarian Parker, who was the first man there that forced Higgins out of the pocket.
Well, this is a great rush initially by the young man that you just said, but what closing speed right there by Drew Anthony to make that big sack. Great pressure by Parker. Great job of finishing the job by Drew Anthony. And we're right back where we were. Another third down and long.
Weren't we just here a moment ago? 3rd and goal from the 20. Higgins throws over the middle. It's caught for a touchdown. Again, it's number 28, Camden Etheridge.
Same combination, same route.
Threw it to Etheridge right over the middle out of that 3-by-1 set. Beat the coverage. Really a great throw right here. And you kind of wonder if they're going to go for 2 right here for a couple of reasons. Number one, playoffs are coming up. They don't want an extended game right here. The longer this goes, the more there's a chance of injury. And it looks like they may try to end it right here.
Coach Etheridge going to go for 2 and try to win it right here. Keyshawn Siasi back in the game at tailback. So here we go. Higgins looking, throws. He's got his man Britt with a 2-point conversion, and Oxford has won the game by a final score of 32-31 in overtime.
That's a great route by Britt. Just gave an inside move, snapped it to the outside, read perfectly by Higgins, right on the money, and a big comeback win for the Oxford Yellow Jackets.
Incredible game tonight from Lamar Field. The defending 6A champs coming from behind in the second half and winning in overtime over Central-Phenix City. Thanks to our viewers from My 68 joining us late in the game. They'll be leaving us now as My 68 goes back to regular programming. We will be right here with you to wrap it up when we return to Lamar Field here on the WOTM Game of the Week.
In Alabama, school spirit is in the air on Friday nights. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're giving our customers the opportunity to show their school spirit every day with our new Spirit debit card. We've designed a unique card for every Calhoun County school that includes the school's logo. So every time you use the card, you're showing your school spirit. Come in and get your school spirit debit card today. We've got spirit at F&M Bank. Service, solutions, and strength. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
That's really unfortunate.
And we are back at Lamar Field. Mickey Shadrick, Coach Rick Rhodes. What a finish. Oxford winning in overtime 32-31. You almost feel like both teams won in overtime because Central-Phenix City thought they had won the game. And they had the roughing the passer penalty that gave Oxford a new life, and Oxford cashing in with the touchdown. And then what a decision by Coach Keith Etheridge that you and I both were talking off air. We love the decision to go for it and just either win the game or lose the game, but it's time for this thing to end. As you mentioned, the playoffs are coming up, and it's just a tremendous, tremendous game. A great comeback by Oxford in that second half. Both teams played their hearts out in this one.
Yeah, very much so. Just a couple of thoughts. Of course, Phenix City jumps off to a big lead. It looked like the night was lost, and they showed some real character. They came back, forged ahead. Really,
we were looking to sell our starter home.
The big penalty gave Oxford another chance, and they took right advantage of it. Made the throw when they had to in a very long yardage situation. Came back with a 2-point play to win the game. Great football team by two teams that are very, very good football teams, great programs, and both of them showed a lot of heart tonight.
And both of them are headed to the postseason next week. Well, let's take a look at some of the highlights. It is this game had many chapters to it. It really did. It was a big game from backup quarterback Trey Miles. He was really the spark for them offensively. When he was in the game, they just had a dynamic presence. Here we see him throwing the ball. He had a couple of touchdown passes to Carmelo English in the first half. Did a lot of damage with his legs as well. The Central-Phenix City defense was just dominant in that first half. Their defensive front dominated the game. There you see Tamarian Parker had a huge game on that side of the ball. But, Coach, this was kind of the spark that got Oxford going late in that third quarter.
Yeah, from here on out, the game changed until the very last minute of the game. That's a long touchdown pass to Taylor, the mishandled kickoff. Oxford will strike again on one of the most spectacular plays you'll ever see. tremendous move to escape the pressure right there. Another job of playing will-o'-the-wisp, and then somehow knows exactly where the ball is supposed to go, and a great tightrope act by Britt to give Oxford the lead for the first time of the night, to pull Oxford closer, and then on that pass to Etheridge gives Oxford the lead for the first time of the night. The field goal is going to bring us to overtime, and the excitement continues.
And here we see the first play of overtime as McKay takes it in basically untouched and gave Central-Phenix City with the extra point a 7-point lead. And then this pass here basically pulled Oxford to within a point, and then instead of going for the extra point to send it to a second overtime, Oxford, great move there one-on-one as Britt beats the defender, Anthony Sampson, and Higgins puts the ball right where it needed to be. 2-point conversion wins it for Oxford, 32-31. A game that, non-region game, coach, playoffs next week, game that, quote, really doesn't mean anything. This was a fantastic football game tonight.
Well, what it meant was winning and losing. And both teams fought like champions. You can see why they're two great programs. And both of them will have something to say in the playoffs.
Fans in attendance at Lamar Field tonight got their money's worth, that's for sure. That'll wrap up our coverage from Lamar Field. Great game tonight. Oxford wins it in overtime, 32-31. We'll see you next week. Playoff action as things heat up around the state of Alabama in high school football. You've been watching the WOTM High School Football Game of the Week.